Good afternoon, Crabs fans around the world and around the block, listening on the World Wide Web and on the radio. Crabs baseball is on the air. Benjamin Schaefer along with Aaron Donaldson. We're thrilled to bring you all the Rock'em Sock'em action on No Kings Day here at the Arcata Ballpark as the Crabs take on the Athletic Express Edge for Game 2 of a 3-game weekend series. Crabs winning last night handily by a 5-2 score. It was a good ball game, though.
Yeah, Benjamin, you said that last night one of the big things that the Crabs did well was pitching. We had Miles Standish pitching 7 innings.
Yeah, he was great.
Did give up a 2-run homer in the first inning, but after that he just locked it down and gave the Crabs everything they needed, which was an opportunity to put some points on the runs on the board and come back and win it, which is what they did. Got a Coast Guard helicopter flying over the Arcata Ballpark.
Yeah, it's nice to see the Coast Guard come on. They fly over usually on afternoon games and give a little wave out to the fans. Everybody loves the Coast Guard around here.
Big fan of the Coasties. Oyster Fest in the plaza. The sun is shining here on the North Coast. It is a beautiful day for Crabs baseball.
It is a beautiful day.
Should I read the lineup for the Athletic Edge Express?
I don't see why not.
Okay, the leadoff batter is going to be Kays Duramalar for the shortstop. Diego Boardman is batting second. He plays second base. The designated hitter, JT Summers, is going to bat third. Fourth is first baseman Lucas Schaefer. Fifth, Brady Boyd is at third base. Kalen Clemens, the right fielder, will bat sixth for the Edge Express. Will Tokar, left field, batting 7. Xavier Dominguez, center field, batting 8. At the bottom there of the lineup is Alexandre Cordoba, the catcher for the Athletic Edge Express. Anthony Cordoba throwing the ball on the mound when that happens. In the meantime, they'll be up to bat. So,
all right, for our Crabs, it's Jacob Pappas in center field leading it off. Kavanasaurus bats second at DH. Cameron Sewell at second base bats third. Adam Enyart in right field bats cleanup. Houston Hirschkorn at third base bats fifth. Tate Metcalf, first base, will bat sixth. Elijah McNeil at shortstop bats seventh. Nolan Hamilton in left field bats eighth. Nico Lombardi will catch him bat ninth. And on the mound for the Crabs, it's Baylor Sandberg. This is Baylor's third start. He's pitched 7 innings during that time. He's walked 8 and struck out 12, a 3.85 ERA.
Kays Duramalar for the Athletic Express here has 2 hits on the year. I believe both of those are doubles.
He takes the first pitch low and outside, and we're underway here at the Arcata Ballpark on a lovely Saturday afternoon. Wind blowing out towards center field. Here's the 1-0. Right down the middle with a fastball, 1-1.
Humboldt Crabs are 10-0 on the season. As they say on Spinal Tap, when you get to 10, the next thing you have to do is just get to 11.
That's right.
One more makes all the difference in the world.
It's one louder.
It's just one louder, but that's one louder than everybody else.
1-1 hits him on the back. Breaking pitch that was way inside, obviously. So, Duramalar. That's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a blast. That's what it's going to be.
All game.
All game.
Heads down the first. Here's Boardman, the second baseman. Lots going on in Arcata. The Oyster Festival is rocking. I was walking around there a little while before the game started, and tons of people out. And we were blessed with a nice day. Here's the pitch. Fastball rides high and goes all the way to the backstop. So on the plate, Duramalar will go to second on the wild pitch.
I was able to walk here from my house in Arcata, and it was just one of those days that we feel incredibly fortunate to live here on the North Coast. It is beautiful weather. It was a bit cloudy for the last week or so.
It's been miserable the last week, but the last couple days have been very nice.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people are dealing with heat all over the country, so cloud and cool is probably not the end of the world for y'all, but we sure do love the sunny days here when we get them.
So here's Boardman, the runner out at second. Sandberg looks out there, sets, and comes home with a fastball check swing. And that's a strike. Defensively for the Crabs, it's Baylor Sandberg on the mound. Nico Lombardi is catching. Tate Metcalf at first. Cameron Sewell at second. Houston Hirschkorn at third. Elijah McNeil at short. Nolan Hamilton in left. Jacob Pappas in center. Adam Enyart is in right field. The 1-1 pitch is in the dirt, blocked, no advance.
It was a good stop there by the catcher to keep that runner from going to third. Definitely don't want a runner at third with nobody out in the top of the first. Not great.
Not too cool. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Rides high with a fastball. And the count goes to 3-1. So Sandberg having a little bit of difficulty out the gate here with this control. Three and one. Ball four. So the first two runners are aboard now for the DH Summers.
Got a walk, a hit by pitch, and a wild pitch advancing a runner.
Summers, I think it was last night. Summers homered in his first at bat last night.
Up next, Express designated hitter number 25, J.T. Summers.
So
Is
here
that
he
who
is.
started it off in the first inning last night?
Yeah, it was
with
JT Summers
okay.
homered, yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Runner on.
Could be worse if he does it again.
Sandberg looks out at second. Again, and deals. Low.
Looking for strikes right now. Athletic Edge Express wearing their red jerseys, gray pants, blue helmets. Looking a little bit like the Humboldt Crabs out there. The Crabs are wearing blue hats, the camo tops. Not a huge fan, but there they are in the white pants. Crabs always looking good, but
The 1-0
boy.
fouled out of play.
neither one of us are big
I don't like the camo.
camo
Foul
uni.
brought to you by the Fireplace.
I think if you're trying to hide from something, you should wear camo. That
I
makes
just,
sense.
to me, it's the look that says I'm going to sneak up and kill you.
Sure.
1-1 the count.
The white pants kind of defeat the purpose.
Kind of, yeah.
Everyone has an opinion.
Here's the 1-1 foul tipped, 1-2. First and second, nobody out, just getting started. Sandberg settles in, looks out at second. Here comes the pitch. Inside, 2-2.
Pacific Empire League baseball still getting underway. Not a lot of conference league play yet. That's going to happen this week.
That's
we'll
coming
talk
next
about
week.
that. Yeah, this next week's going to be clutch baseball. Liam keeps saying it's the most important part of the calendar for the Crabs. We were talking about that. We'll say more about that
He's
in a
right.
minute.
The 2-2, and he fouls that one out of play.
The Crabs are going to hit the road after the game tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They'll be at Healdsburg versus the Prune Packers. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they face the Lincoln Potters on the road. Two really good teams that the Crabs need to show that they can beat if they want to chance at winning the Empire League Championship.
Those will be on the radio.
They will be on the radio. Yeah, Liam says
2-2
that
is high, and the count goes full.
you can catch those games on 107.3. You can also find them on YouTube. Yep. Liam just locking it down for Crabs fans all over the world.
I'll be on the road. Going.
3-2. Sandberg in a spot of trouble. Here's the pitch. Way outside, and he loads the bases.
Not great.
No me gusta.
Trouble finding
Hey,
the
let's
strike
hear it for
zone.
the bat boy, Colton Mace.
Defense, pitching, timely hitting has been the story for the Crabs this season. You said we're looking for 2 out of the 3 here at this point.
Can't defend against the walk. That's the
It's
problem.
true. There's just not a lot you can do there to
Hey,
stop
we got
that.
a carried over shutout from
as a
last
defender.
night. The Giants win, the Dodgers
Have a little
lose.
conversation here out on the mound
The GOAT.
as we try to figure out
This has been
how to find the strike zone.
carried over
There.
shutouts from last night. But if you want to put some new ones in, make sure you make your way over to Red Merch Farm.
Now conversation out on the mound.
They've also got the shout-out forms that you can make your domain.
Third game of this series is tomorrow at 12:30 in the afternoon. Again, Oyster Fest going on downtown, I believe, all weekend here.
Oh, is it tomorrow as well?
I think so.
I thought it was just today.
Maybe just today.
I think it's just
Yeah,
today.
don't take my word for it. But anyway, afternoon ball game tomorrow. Crabs Grass Band will be here. Very exciting for Father's Day. Hope to be here with the family.
Crabs in on the corners. Here's the pitch. Lined into right field. That's going to score at least one. That's going
Yeah.
to go off.
Oh,
the
boy.
fence. That's a home run.
Yeah.
That's a grand slam.
That's a
is what
grand
that
slam
is.
right there.
And the Express out to a 4-0 lead with nobody out here in the first inning. That ball just carried and hit the scoreboard. opposite field home run for Schaefer. And no me gusta. No
Yeah.
me gusta.
Looked like it hit right between the 8 and the 9, way up on the scoreboard there, just above the 338 number marker. Yeah, Athletic Edge Express started with big offense last night or yesterday afternoon, and they're doing the same today.
Well, this is bigger.
Yeah.
So still nobody out.
362 feet, 98 miles an hour off the bat. It was an 88-mile-an-hour pitch, just right over the center of the plate.
just
Not
center
a great
cut.
spot to miss.
Here's the pitch, and that's slashed foul off the judo hut.
They're swinging now.
Well, yeah. 4-0. Still nobody out here in the first. Not what we were hoping for. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 is fouled out of play.
Power battery setting in the window.
Bummer.
Bummer.
0-2. And that's fouled up against the screen.
Obviously really, really hard to start off with the bases loaded in that circumstance, and then to give up a home run, it just puts the whole thing in a pit. Crabs are going to have to fight their way out.
0-1.
It's 2:45.
High chopper down towards short. Cut off. And no play. Hirschkorn really didn't have a chance. That ball was really a swinging bunt.
It was a tough scoop. It was bouncing quite a bit. Had lost a lot of speed by the time it got out there. I guess they're calling that a base hit to first base there for Brady Boyd.
I'm calling that a base hit because I'm the official scorer. I don't know what Liam's doing over there, but
Next up, right fielder, number 17, Galen Clemens.
Could be a power grab going on here in the media booth.
power grab in the booth here. Liam's shouting base hit. I'm like, what?
I thought you said hit.
I did. I'm
He
just
did.
teasing. Yes.
It's true. Maybe that was me instigating
the pitch.
in my
And
summary.
that's a strike at the knees.
There we go.
You have to be assertive, Benjamin. If we're going to have all the power, you need to be assertive. Like the entire booth now.
And the next pitch over his head and all the way to the backstop, and now the runner's going to go to second. And this is just not looking good
Texas
at
Tech
all.
Sandberg is
It's not. It's the second
Sandberg
base
and the Crabs.
on a wild pitch.
I mean, the one pitch he's actually gotten over the plate ended up in
It did.
off the
Off the
getting hit off
scoreboard.
the scoreboard. So
Yeah.
really not a good scene. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2. That was a good pitch. Fastball on the outside corner.
Well, one of the fun facts about crabs is that they can regenerate their limbs, and so they're going to need to get cracking, get all 4 of them back.
1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him. There we go. That's more like it. 1 away.
Next up, left fielder, number 15, Will Tokar.
It was a good strike, 89 right down the middle there. Just couldn't catch it.
Here's Will Tokar. One out runner at second. Athletic Express have already plated 4 here in the inning, and now he fakes throwing the second. Here's the pitch. Fastball away.
Jack would. He's a good boy. Jack is a good boy. He would never do that. He would never do any drugs that are illegal on a federal level.
1-0 the count.
Just all sorts of conversations going on in the media booth here for Crabs Radio.
Fouled up against the screen.
I was listening to your broadcast with Hoke during the Pearls game, Benjamin, and one of the moments that really struck me was when Hoke said that the clock has done some good things for Major League Baseball. The silence on your side was deafening.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. 1-1 the count.
Never heard you so speechless.
I was stunned. That's hit on the ground on the
Oh,
right
no.
side. That's going to trickle through for a
That's
base hit.
another
Another
run
run is
there,
going to
yeah.
score. And now the throw gets away, and the runner is going to go down to second. Here comes the throw to second, not in time. So that's an RBI single for Tokar and an error on Enyart in right field to make it 5-0. Yikes. In favor of the Athletic Express.
A really good dive on that by the second baseman out there. That's Cameron Sewell, really stretched out for that, but it was right in the middle of the gap, just bouncing on a line. It says here 97 off the bat. That thing was zipping.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, gonna need some offense.
Here's
from
Dominguez,
the Crabs batters.
the 8-hitter. Still only 1 out, and he takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike.
Generous strike, but we will take it.
The 0-1. He bunts it in the air and goes foul over towards the Crabs dugout.
How do you feel about the bunt moving to third there? That's
You're up 5-0?
right.
I don't know.
I
Doesn't
guess
sound like it's
you
that.
can afford the out. Yeah, why not?
But you're going to make an out, so there'll be 2 outs with a runner
Right.
at third. That's not really that great.
Yeah, you were talking about 1 out runner at third is a great opportunity.
Yeah.
2 outs runner at third, it feels like you're kind of just
Yeah, it's a wasted out, I think.
trading one for the other.
But I think he was bunting for a hit. The 0-2
Oh,
misses
interesting.
high.
I guess, yeah, that's just assuming you're out with the bunt, which
Yeah.
isn't always the
Yeah,
case.
no, I think he was bunting for a hit. Although it's hard to tell. I don't know. He is the center fielder, so he's probably got some speed. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Way high, 2-2. So Sandberg really laboring out there.
Yeah, Lombardi making a good leap to get that ball. Definitely don't want to lose another one.
No.
2-2. Sandberg sets. And the pitch way outside, and the count goes full. Oh boy.
Yeah. Xavier Dominguez is a 250 hitter here in the early part of the season. He's got 2 hits is what that means.
Full count.
Almost a totally different lineup from last night for
Yeah,
this
it's
team.
true. Yeah.
I could have fired you multiple times.
Here's the pitch. And he misses away, and that's going to put runners on first and second for the 9-hitter now. Still only 1 out.
Started the inning with a hit by pitch, and then a walk, and then another walk, and then a grand slam. There was a wild pitch there, moving a runner. Kind of dragging out inning number 1 here.
So here's Cordoba, the catcher.
Need a double play ball.
And way outside.
Not going to get it with that. Pitching in the upper 80s, just really struggling with location right now.
Yeah, nowhere near the plate in a lot of these pitches. The 1-0. Grounder out to short. That could be the double play ball. He steps on the bag. He throws to first. And that
Needed
does
it.
end the inning. But the Athletic Express get 5 runs on 3 hits. There was an error, and there were 2 left. And at the end of half an inning, it's 5-0 in favor of the Athletic Express. This is disappointed. Crabs Baseball 107.3 FM. All right, we are back. Thanks to Baywood Golf and Country Club. Also Big Blue Cafe. Visit the Crab's favorite Big Blue Cafe on the Plaza in Arcade. They're serving breakfast and lunch all day. Welcome home to the Big Blue. Also Crestmark Millwork, a local manufacturer of custom cabinetry and millwork for commercial projects throughout California and Oregon, creating signature elements of extraordinary spaces since 1997. Crestmark is committed to promoting a healthy and productive society by investing in the relationships with their employees, local communities, suppliers, and customers. All right, Crabs got some work to do, trailing 5-0 in the bottom of the first.
Number 35.
The final score last night was 5-2.
That's correct.
So they can put 5 points on the board. Crabs have been putting runs on the board all year long. Runs on the board. I hear you every time I say it, Liam. It's always after I use the word, though.
This pitch is outside. 1-0 to Jacob Pappas, leading it off. Nathaniel Cordoba on the mound for the Athletic Express. Catching is Alexandre Cordoba, and I'm assuming they're brothers. I don't really know that. The 1-0 is fouled out of play, 1-1. Lucas Schaefer is at first. Diego Boardman at second. Brady Boyd at third. Kays Duramilar is at shortstop. Will Tokar in left. Xavier Dominguez in center. And Kalen Clemens is out in right field. 5 runs, 3 hits, no errors in the first inning for the Athletic Express. 1-1 to Pappas, and he fouls that one out of play. What do I do with my stat sheet? Oh, you have it.
I stole it.
Pappas comes in. He's only played in 2 games, but he's had excellent 2 games. He's got a double, 2 RBIs, and 5 hits in those 2 games. So there he takes called strike 3 at the knees. 1 away.
Yeah, that was a 57 mile an hour pitch.
1 away. Here's Kavana Soros.
Crabs designated hitter number 10.
That is what they will call an off-speed pitch. It is too slow for the California freeway.
That's right. Soros batting .227 coming in. I like saying Kavana Soros.
Kavanasaurus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fouled up against the screen.
Flew off the fence. They knocked one of the little zip ties off up there with that baseball. It was exciting.
This guy might max out at 75.
Yeah, I have a bad habit of calling runs points in baseball, and every time I do it, I hear Liam Warner in my head saying, "Runs, Aaron, runs."
Runs. 0-1. Hit in the air to right field. 2 away.
Yeah, we're cut.
Definitely not the start the Crabs needed here at the bottom of the first.
I think we
down
may be looking at the end of the
0-5.
winning streak.
Yeah.
2 away. Here's Cameron Sewell, the second baseman. Sewell comes in batting an even 406 games.
Next up,
He's got
Crabs,
4
second
RBIs.
baseman, number 11, Cameron.
He has 5 doubles in 6 games.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And the pitch. Right down the middle. 69 mile an hour pitch. 0-1. Nathaniel Cordoba, left-hander.
I think the catcher's Nathaniel Cordoba and the pitcher's Alexandre Cordoba.
Oh, is that right? Have I got it backwards?
Yep, they're both Cordoba. They're from the same place. We don't know if they are related.
Mrs. Lowe, 1-1. Well, let's see. The catcher is 35, so he's Alexandre.
Oh, did I get that backwards?
Yeah.
I even double-checked it, and I still got it wrong.
Here's the 1-1.
It's good work.
And that pitch misses outside. Way outside. That was a 59 mile an hour pitch that just, I think the wind got it and pushed it way outside.
Yeah, some big gusts just kicking up some dirt out there in center field.
Yeah, it's a gusty day.
For sure.
2-1 the count. Lined in the left field. Going back is Tokar, and he drops the ball. On his way to second
There's another double.
is Sewell, and that'll be an error on Tokar.
Technically not a double, but functionally putting him on second base.
Hey, let's hear it for the bat boy, Colton Mace.
Had it in his glove, and it just kicked right out.
Yeah, he had a pretty good jump on it.
Yeah,
It
he was
wasn't
right there.
exactly like he had a leg for it.
No.
He was reaching across his body.
He just couldn't hold it or grip it.
So big opportunity for Adam Enyart here.
So here's Enyart.
Leads the Crabs with home runs, 4 on the season.
Well, Enyart, pretty much the best hitter the Crabs have at the moment.
He's a big hitter.
He has 4 homers, and he takes a pitch down low. He's batting .414. He has 12 hits. 2 doubles and 4 home runs and 16 RBIs, which is by far the most on the team.
12 hits in 8 games, 16 RBI in 8 games.
Yeah, no, he's pitched great. Here's the 1-0.
And he
hammers
get
that
pitches.
one foul.
Whoa, that
Wide of third.
almost found the third base bag there. At least it looked like it. Even 1 point here would be a huge
Run. 1-1.
See?
It's just down low.
All right.
2-1.
Okay. It's my first game back, and I'm demonstrating why I'm at the bottom of the depth chart. We're doing fine. We're having a good time.
You'll get there.
2-1
Liam.
the count. Here's the pitch. Grounded
No.
out to second base. Oh, and he boots it, and it goes into right field. That's going to score a run.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an E4. I don't even need to talk to Ben about that.
So the second error of the inning by the Athletic Express, and that's the last thing you want to do when you get up to a 5-0 lead in the first,
This team is awesome.
is to give up a run.
Really important with a spread that big in
Run
the
earned
first
run.
inning. You got to get something back.
That is frustrating. That's got to be frustrating for
Cordoba.
Cordova
Yeah.
and the Express. But the Crabs get a run back.
Yeah,
on
pitcher doing his
back-to-back
job
errors.
there.
So here's Houston Hirschkorn. He debuted last night. Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses 0-1.
Leaving the first down 5 versus leaving the first down 4, that may not seem like a big difference, but it feels like a big difference. You got
No, the Crabs have a lot of time to come back. It's
Yeah.
only the first inning.
plenty of time, but you can't wait.
And they can't wait, no. You got to chip away.
Little here, little
Yeah.
there, unless you're going to bank on a big shot late.
Change misses outside. 1-1. Cordova throws a lot of junk. Here's the 1-1. That's the fastball, I guess. And he fouls it out of play, 75 miles an hour. I don't know if that's his hardest pitch or not.
He's not throwing a lot of high heat, that's for sure.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He gets away from the catcher.
He's got a
He's
chance.
headed down to first. The throw is not in time.
Made
And
it.
another error.
Strikeout, wild pitch.
Strikeout, wild pitch. And the Crab's getting all sorts of breaks.
First baseman
Just bottom
in the
feeding
first
right
inning.
now. Yeah.
And that puts runners on first and second for Tate Metcalf, who also debuted last night.
Big opportunity here.
1 run is already in. There's that breaking pitch, 57 mile an hour.
57.
Right over the heart of the plate, but high.
Just a rainbow.
Yeah, it's like an ephus pitch. 1-0 the count.
Medikoff gave up on it like halfway to the plate, and it took forever to get there.
1-0 fastball misses low. 2-0. So runners on first and second, 2 outs for the Crabs. They've played it a run. They trail by 4.
Just a pure hit here. Let's get one.
Here's the pitch. Skies that one into right field.
Yeah, he's going to drop it. Watch.
Coming in is Clemens. He's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But the Crabs get a run on no hits. There were 2 errors and 2 left. And at the end of 1, it's 5-1 in favor of the Athletic Express. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We're back. New pitcher on the mound for the Crabs, Wade Mounts, taking over for Baylor Sandberg, who got rocked in the first inning, giving up 5 runs. And the Crabs trailing at 5-1. So Mounts comes in here in the top of the second. He'll face the top 3 hitters, Demaré, Deramale, Boardman, and Summers. Mounts, let's see what kind of numbers we have.
2 games is what I'm seeing. 5 innings pitched with 5 hits across that. Looking for the runs given up.
3.
ERA is 5.43 runs. Yeah, there they are.
All right. Well, thanks to Cypress Grove Cheese, the leading producer of delicious artisan goat cheese, including Humble Fog, one of the most famous cheeses in the country, proudly based in Arcata, California. Cypress Grove cheeses are available at cheese shops and grocery stores nationwide and online at cypressgrovecheese.com. There's nothing like that Humboldt Fog feeling.
Lineup for the Edge Express, number 23, Kays Ramelar.
Here's DeRomelar,
Top of the lineup for the Athletic Edge Express here in the second inning.
hit by a pitch in his first appearance. Right-hander Mounts on the mound for the Crabs in relief. Here's the pitch. Way outside with a fastball, 1-0.
87 on that fastball.
Misses high. 2-0. Another fastball. There's a strike at the knees. Good pitch. 2-1. In the air to center field. Pappas in his tracks. Has it for out number 1.
50-50
Just a lazy shot out to center field. Not a whole lot of work necessary besides just gloving the baseball, which was giving the Edge Express some trouble last inning.
That's
so
right.
nothing's for sure. Need 3 quick outs. That's a good way to start.
Here's Boardman. He walked his first appearance. And the pitch. Oh, nasty breaking pitch right in there for a called strike on the inside corner. 71 mile an hour.
A lot of movement left to right. It came in inside, but started way inside.
Fat slider.
Yeah.
The 0-1. Fastball misses way outside. One. Cued foul over towards the first base line.
Seeing strikes from Mounts. That's good.
A ball and 2 strikes to count now to Boardman with Summers on deck. Here's the pitch. 1-2. Slider is hit down to third. Scooped up by Hirschhorn. And throw to first. He's out. Boardman, I think, tripped on the way to first. Is that what happened?
Yeah, it looked like he kind of stumbled maybe there a little bit. He didn't have a lot of time to make it to first, though. That was a pretty good scoop and throw there.
He would have been out either way.
Yeah.
But yeah. So here's Summers. He also walked his first appearance. And that pitch is in the dirt and skips all the way to the Crabs dugout. Oh, there's that slider
There it
in
is
there
again.
for a strike again.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Boy, you can really see that.
That
movement.
breaks about 3 feet.
It's a lot.
1-2.
Plays it on that inside edge there. If he finds the strike zone, it's going to be deadly.
And there it is again, and he misses away with it.
Just outside there.
So 2-2 now, the count to Summers. And the pitch. Way outside with a fastball. 3-2. Now he's locating the slider, but not the fastball.
Right.
3-2. Pitch.
Thank you. One of each, please.
Way outside again with a fastball, and he walks Summers. And here's Schaefer, who hit a grand slam in his first at bat.
Let's hear it for the ball.
Five.
Colton Bates.
Is this right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 walks, 1 hit by pitch. It's the second inning.
At bat number 37.
Yeah.
Lucas Schaefer.
Adding up
Important to
fast.
throw strikes.
Really important to throw strikes and make some defensive plays.
There's a fastball down the middle. They throw behind the runner, and he's back.
Looked like Lombardi had a chance to get him. The throw was just a little high.
It did, yeah.
That was a good jumping toss there.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-1.
Lombardi's watching him. Senses an opportunity over there. Outs any way you can get them.
Oh, son. Yes, it is.
The 1-1. In the dirt.
I mean,
2 balls, 1 strike to count. The 2-1s, 1 on and missed. A big cut there at the fastball, and it's 2-2.
84 center and inside.
From the set. Next pitch, fastball high and away.
The pitching's been really good for the Crabs so far this year, and it has definitely been the story in the beginning of this game, just not for the reasons that we
Not
wanted
so
it to
good
be.
today. 3-2. Runners going. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed out. That ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was a runner left at the end of 2. It's 5-1 in favor of the Athletic Express. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM.
No errors.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs trailing 5-1 in the bottom of the second inning. Bottom of the order for the Crabs,
Coming
McNeil,
back for your
Hamilton, and
Humboldt
Lombardi.
Crabs, the shortstop, number 1, Elijah McNeil.
no, it's California love.
Elijah McNeil, 22 at-bats, 5 hits, 6 RBIs, and he takes a pitch low and outside. Number 1 on his back. 1-0 in the air to center field. Going back, still going back, and at the warning track, Dominguez reaches up and makes the catch for out number 1.
Crabs mostly taking advantage of Athletic Edge Express miscues last inning. Not a lot of pure offense for Humboldt. Need to get the bat on the ball. That's a good start. It was deep to center field. Definitely sent Dominguez back, but he had no problem making the catch.
Here's Hamilton. And there's that breaking pitch, 64 miles an hour, misses away. Nolan Hamilton is batting .304 in 6 games, 23 at-bats, 7 hits, 4 RBIs. Here's the 1-0, and he fouls that up against the screen. 1-1. Breaking pitch is high. 2-1. Swung on and missed. Fastball away.
It's a big swing looking at that one.
2-2. That one's hit high in the air down the right field line. That's trouble. That is going to be caught by the right fielder. A nice diving catch by Kalen Clemens after a long run.
Had to go to his knees first, then his elbows, then made the grab. It definitely had Diego Boardman floating back that way too, making matters just a little bit more complicated, but looked like there was clear communication and just a great catch by the right fielder. Just a tough break for the Crabs.
2 away. Here's Nico Lombardi. And he taps that one foul. Rolls out towards pitcher's mound. Lombardi has played in 3 games. He has 2 hits and 14 trips to the plate. Yo, 1 swung on and missed. That was the change.
67 on the outside
0-2
corner there.
The 0-2 hit foul into the Crabs bullpen.
That was dead center, 66 miles an hour. And
It's way out in front of it.
Yeah, he was way in front of that. Wanted it.
Oh, 2. Way outside.
It's on the scoreboard. It's on the scoreboard because the best scoreboard operator in the league.
The 1-2. Grounded right back to the mound. Cordoba has it. Tosses to first. Inning over. Crabs go 1-2-3 in the second. They trail 5-1. This is Crabs Baseball 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark.
Benjamin's favorite song.
What's it called? California Love.
That's it.
Absolutely. Born and raised. For the Athletic Express, Boyd, Clemens, and Tokar to bat here in the top of the 3rd inning. They lead it 5-1. Wade mounts out for his 2nd inning of work.
Baylor Sandberg for the Crabs just got into whole heaps of trouble there in the first, giving up 4 runs with a grand slam, and then another run after some more play there in the first. The Crabs were able to scratch 1 together, but it was mostly through errors by the Athletic Edge Express. Not a great game for Crabs fans so far, but plenty of left.
Plenty left. So here's Boyd. He singled his first at bat.
Edge Express, number 21, Brady Boyd.
Paul and Becky watching in Tucson, Arizona. Those are my parents.
Oh, really? Nice.
Love them to bits.
Welcome to the broadcast.
happy, excited to say hi.
Here's the pitch. Popped high in the air. Out of play. Oh, and it's on the roof
Just behind Benjamin off the roof.
of the
Sounded like.
press box. Doesn't happen very often.
Being to the booth foul brought to you by the Fireplace on F Street in Arcata.
Yeah, we should get an award or something when that happens.
0-1 the count. Breaking pitch misses inside. The 1-1. This is outside. 2-1. The Athletic Edge Express.
Yes.
Somehow vaguely sports. Swung on and missed. 2-2. It's got edge in there. It's got express. It's got
it's
athletic.
athletic.
It's got vaguely sports
Everything you
terminology
need.
thrown together there.
What does it mean? I don't know.
2-2 the count. And the pitch. Foul tip, and he's gone. Nice job by Lombardi to hang on to it. 1 away. So here's Clemens. He struck out his first at bat.
Trace was announcing the Chico Lone Wolves coming to town, and we're trying to figure out how you can pluralize lone wolf. How does that work?
Well, like I said, I wondered if there was just one player.
Yeah.
But
In Airheads, they said you can't pluralize Lone Ranger.
pitch. Breaking pitch
It's the same thing.
is a strike on the outside corner. I would have thought you would call a team like that not the Lone Wolves, but like the Wolf Pack
The
or
wolf,
something.
that's how it works with wolves
The
typically.
0-1 because they, strike on the out. Whoa, that was
It was
generously called a strike on the outside corner. 0-2.
cosmically speaking, it was right there in the strike zone.
That's right. The 0-2 swung on and missed, got it, took something off. 3 strikeouts in a row now for Mounts. And there's 2 away. Here's Tokar.
Next up, number 15, Bill.
Singled his first at bat.
Fun fact about lone wolves: kind of pathetic creatures. Actually, they like a teenage deer can kill a lone wolf. They need the pack. That's
And
the whole
wolves hang
point.
together.
That's the whole
yeah,
point.
Yeah. Yep. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside.
Unlike Dungeness
1-0.
crabs, which can hang out by themselves no problem at all.
I don't think they're very communal.
Pack of crabs. That'd be pretty cool.
The 1-0. Low and outside, 2-0.
What is a aggregate of crabs? I want it to be a murder of crabs.
I don't know. It's a good question.
A pod of crabs. A pot of crabs.
2-0 the count. And that one, another fastball misses low and outside, 3-0. A cast.
A cast of crabs. That's good. That's good.
3-0. Misses low. So Tokar walks with 2 away. That'll bring up Dominguez, the center fielder.
Next up, number 24.
2 out walk, not the end of the world, but the bottom line number of walks just too high.
It's a lot.
Getting
yeah.
bigger. I don't like it.
Second walk by Mounts now. And here's left-handed hitting Dominguez. Runner at first, 2 outs. Short lead over there. Here's the pitch. And the fastball is high. Still missing with the fastball.
A cast of crabs. I'm satisfied. Like, that's good.
1-0.
That makes me happy.
Popped high in the air on the infield. Third base side. And Hirschhorn has it. 4 out, number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. A runner left at the end of 2.5. It's 5-1 in favor of the Express. This is Krabs Baseball, 107.3 FM.
5 Crabs.
Crabs fans, Crabs Baseball is brought to you by Charleston Tree Services. We're here to help you with your growing concerns. Our locally owned and operated family business has served homeowners and commercial property owners throughout Humboldt County since 2007, and by Compass Community Credit Union. Hey, Crabs fans, team sponsor Compass Community Credit Union is happy to point you towards a better banking experience. Visit their conveniently located branches in Arcata and Eureka, or online at compassccu.org. That's compassccu.org.
All right. Pappas leads it off for the Crabs. It's the top of the order. Pappas, Soros, and Sewell in the bottom of the third inning. 5 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Athletic Express. 1 run, no hits, 1 error for the Crabs. Pappas struck out looking his first at bat, and he fouls that one out of play. 1-1 now the count.
Swinging first pitch, 73 outside strike.
I think the Crabs are trying to be aggressive now.
I think so.
Trailing, just put the ball in play and try to get back into the game. They have time, but they can get a couple of runs here. Next pitch is fouled up against the screen. That was the change.
It was, yeah, again.
Typically around 59 to 65 miles an hour.
Just takes all day to get to the plate. It's not that big of a differential. The top speed for the fastball is only the 77, 80s, but it just seems like a huge difference.
Well, the batters are just not used to seeing pitches at that speed.
Right.
The 1-2 misses away. That might have been a fastball. I don't even know. 2-2 the count. It was straight. It was only.
It was not exactly fast.
2-2. Outside, and the count goes full. Three-two. All 4. So just what the Crabs needed, a leadoff walk.
Trailing 4 here in the bottom of the third. With a spread this big, any opportunity to score early is a good one. This is where the Crabs really cannot afford a double play ball. They can't hit low to shortstop, second base. They need to get something into the outfield.
Here's Soros.
Or, put one over the fence.
Flied to right, his first at bat. And there's that breaking pitch, and what did he call it? The ball was high.
57 rainbow pitch, way up high.
Yeah, that's known as an eephus pitch.
It is.
The 1-0 fastball is outside. The runner's going. The throw down the second's not in time. So Pappas has second base stolen.
As you said, Crabs getting aggressive here,
Yeah,
looking for scoring opportunities right now.
Forcing errors on the other team, getting aggressive. No reason not to remain that way in this game.
Puts a run in play, gets rid of that double play ball I was just worried about. Just a great steal there.
2-0 now to count the Soros. And there's a strike.
Pappas timed his break really well. Like, he's really cued into that pitcher's action there, and he was away the minute he started winding up. Yeah, pretty good lead on second, too.
2-1. Going outside, 3-1. Three-one is lined in the left field, but right at Hamilton. Sorry, right at Tokar. And that's one away.
Looked for a minute like it might find the gap, but Tokar again just eyed it and took maybe 2 steps. Loved that, no problem.
Here's Cameron Sewell. Sewell reached on a 2-base error by the left fielder in his first at bat.
Yeah, the first inning the Crabs had 2 quick outs, and then after that the errors kind of piled up. 2 big ones for the Athletic Edge Express, netting a run for Humboldt, which is their only run of the game so far.
Runner at second, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And there's that off-speed pitch way outside.
58 and just about off register outside.
Yeah, it almost didn't even, you're right, it almost didn't register on the pitch tracker. The 1-0. Runners going. Grounded back up the middle
That's a
and
great
through
shot.
for a base
There it is.
hit. Knocked down by the second baseman behind the bag. And no chance for a play.
Again, Pappas just took off running exactly when the pitch started. He had a great lead. The hit went right up the middle. Just excellent timing. Some pure offense. Runs for the
Well.
Crabs. Go, Crabs, go.
Good job by Sewell to put the ball into play.
Absolutely.
And now it's 5-2 in favor of the Athletic Express. The Crabs chipping away. And here's Enyart. He reached on an error in his first at bat. Runners going. The pitch is high and outside. To throw down the second is cut off by the pitcher.
Just intercepts it.
And no chance to get Sewell. He's had a huge jump.
Just daring the catcher to try to get him out of second base right now. Crabs looking for offense.
Crabs taking advantage.
Again, getting rid of the double play, putting another runner in a spot to make a run here if we get some contact.
The 1-0. He's
There he
going.
goes.
Pitch is outside. To throw down to third is not in time.
He had a huge lead, and he took off immediately.
Well, the Crabs know, see, this guy doesn't throw very hard.
Apparently
Cordova
not.
doesn't throw hard.
Yeah,
and he
57
throws
to
a
the
lot of
plate.
off-speed stuff. So a ball that's coming in at 57 or 8 to the plate
Yeah.
gives you the runner plenty of time to
It
take
really
off. And
does.
the Crabs are going to take advantage of it.
Especially if you're going to take all that space on the lead and jump and go right away.
So now runner at third, 1 out,
Great opportunity.
and the pitch to Enyart misses inside. That was the breaking pitch again. 2-1. Fastball is outside. 3-1.
Struggling to find the zone here, too. It makes it easier to lay off, but when you're aggressive, you just want to start swinging, and the Crabs are doing a good job of staying home.
3-1 is grounded out to short.
It's going to get
It's
a
going to
rib.
score the run. Throw to
That's
first is in time, but the Crabs have made it a 5-3 ball game.
Mostly just stealing those bases. That was Sewell, I believe. Yeah, that stole
was
first and then
Sewell.
stole third,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then comes home on just a line drive. That's the great opportunity that you get if you can get to third base with 1 out. A pop fly, a line drive to the opposite side. That's all you need.
So here's Hirschkorn.
Crabs chipping away at a 4-run lead at the top of the inning. It's now 5-3.
And he pops that one in air, foul territory, first base side. Schaefer has it for the third out of the inning. But the Crabs get 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left. And at the end of 3, it's 5-3 in favor of the Express. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back, top of the 4th inning. Cordoba, DeRomolari, and Boardman to bat for the Athletic Express, leading 5-3. Wade Mounts out on the mound. Wind still blowing out towards center field. Somebody can get the ball up. I think we might see some home runs today. There's a fastball high, 1-0.
Alexandre
Yeah, that breeze coming off the coast is doing everything it can to help throw something out towards the freeway there right now.
Cordoba grounded into a double play his first at bat. Here's the 1-0, and he foul tips that one.
Aggressive baseball from the Crabs last inning. Just a bunch of steals getting people in position to plate 2.
The 1-1 tap foul against the backstop.
Athletic Edge Express came up big in the first with a 5-run inning. Owed a lot to some wild pitching. After that, it's been quiet. If they can get a short inning here,
Mounts has done a good job
that'd
coming
be
in
good.
relief.
Yeah. Turn it around quick. Get some more offense cooking.
The 1-2 breaking pitch. Ooh, just misses low.
Brand new
Very
ball
close
game
pitch.
at that point.
2-2.
That was a close pitch.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Mount sets and comes home. Swung on and missed. Blew a fastball by him.
It was a great strikeout right there.
Fourth strikeout for Mounts. 1 away. Back to the top of the order. Here's Duramalar. Duramalar hit by a pitch and flying to center.
Taking his time getting into the box. There he goes.
A pitch. Swung on and missed. Fastball up and in.
Kays Duramalar. Might just be waiting for someone to say his name right to take some swings.
The 0-1. Line in the left field and dropping for a base hit.
Pretty good shot there to left field.
Yeah, solid single.
Next up,
And so here's Boardman.
Diego Boardman.
Hamilton came on pretty fast out there from left field. Looked like he might have
I
a
thought he
chance
might
to
have
make a play
tried
on
to
it.
dive for it. And I think at the last second, he kind of decided it was better to let it drop.
Yeah, it was a low liner.
You
He
can't
would've
let that
really,
ball get past
no,
you.
he would have had to just spread out for it with nobody out. The leadoff. I guess there's one out, but
One out, but still. There's a
Yeah.
fastball for a strike on the outside corner to Boardman, who has walked and grounded to third. The 1-0 in the dirt, and it kicks away, no advance.
Jack, the first pitch is a strike. It's 1-1. There you go.
1-1 the count. And the next pitch misses high. 2-1. Duramalar with a short lead over first.
Lombardi just popping to his feet and checking that way, just not letting them do the same kind of steal lead off that we're seeing from the Crabs.
2-1, he squares to bunt. He bunts it out towards the mound, and that's a good bunt.
That's a
and that
good
is
bunt.
going to be thrown away. Duramalar is going to third. He'll hold there and into second, but he's out at second. Thrown out at second base by Cameron Sewell. Wow, the ball was fielded by Mounts, and he just threw it right past Medikoff at first.
It was a tough play. You had it right there in between the third baseman, the pitcher, the catcher. The pitcher took the ball, spun and
So
threw
that's-
just wild.
It's going to be a hit, and then he's out at second. So 2 away. Duramalar goes to third on the play. And here's the pitch. It's a breaking pitch down low. And an error on the pitcher, too. And that'll be an error also on Mounts to allow Duramalar to go to third. And that one's tapped foul now by Summers. Summers has walked twice.
Tough error on the pitcher, but he's got an opportunity for a shutout inning here. The throw that got the runner out at second was really clutch. That player moved to third, but
Great
that
play by Sewell.
doesn't necessarily matter. If he can get one more out here at the plate, it's
That's right.
forgiven, forgotten at that point.
The 1-1. Fouled out of play.
And I don't know that there was a better way to make that play. I don't think the third baseman had a good play on it. I don't think the catcher had a good play on
I
it.
mean, it's really the.
was
It
a
was
good
really
bunt.
Mounts' ball. I mean, it was just a great bunt.
It's like a little rainbow bunt.
But he probably should have eaten it. The next pitch is lined in the left center
Oh,
field.
dear.
That's going to plate the run. Over to get it is Pappas, and now he kicks it, and it goes all the way to the fence.
Is that single E8?
That's a single and then an error on Pappas.
Single E8.
Rough time for an outfield error right there. I mean, I know that the run was coming in no matter what, but
Lucas Schaefer.
So
moving
now
another
it's
runner-up.
6-3 in favor of the Athletic Express, and here's Lucas Schaefer. He's homered and struck out. So just as the Crabs get back in it,
yeah.
the Athletic Express come up with another run on a couple of Crabs errors.
That's it. It was a 2-out spot. It was a great opportunity to get that shutout inning and get the offense back out there again with a chance to chip away at the lead.
Or tune in on ESPN
Crabs are fighting hard for runs right now, but every run that you give away is going to count double because you're just running out of innings.
That's
You just
right.
don't have a lot of baseball to play if you're giving them one for every two that you get.
Here's the pitch. Hard on the ground or towards the Crabs dugout. And boy, that luckily didn't hit anybody.
It was close.
Innings at 340.
Some spry coaches there against the fence.
Half innings at 340. Okay. 420, nice. Oh, wow.
The 0-1. Puck pioneered on the left field line, foul territory, now back into fair territory and caught by Hamilton, and that'll end the inning. But the Express come up with another run on three hits. There was two errors and one left, and at the end of 3.5, they lead 6-3. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. We're back thanks to North Coast Co-op and North Coast Mercantile, family owned and operated, serving Humboldt County since 1951. North Coast Mercantile brings you a fantastic assortment of domestic import craft beers as well as wine, spirits, non-alcoholic beverages, and snacks. Check out the Titus trailer in the right field beer garden at the ballpark, where they have 8 taps featuring local microbrews, wine, and cider. Medikoff to lead it off for the Crabs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. He takes a pitch outside, 1-0. 6 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Athletic Express. 3 runs, 1 hit, 3 errors for the Crabs. Medikoff flied to right in his first at bat, and he fouls that one out of play. Count is 1-1.
Errors for both sides leading up to runs on the board.
Yeah.
The Crabs really eating them at the top of the first with that grand slam, though.
That hurt.
That was mostly walks hit by pitches, not so much the errors that led to
1-1.
that.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. That was the change.
Friends, you should come down to the Arcata Ballpark tomorrow at 12:30, where we finish off this 3-game stretch with the Athletic Edge Express. The Crabgrass Band will be in town.
1-2. Hit on the ground towards third. Scooped up. Throw to first is kicked in the dirt. That'll be an error. No.
It's a tough
That's
call.
a hit. That's going to be a hit.
They're calling that a
Infield
hit. Yeah, it was a tough throw
Medikoff.
from third base.
Well,
It just
Boyd
landed
had to
in
go
front.
far to his left to field it, and he had to hurry the throw.
Make way for the bat boy, Colton Bates.
So Medikoff aboard on the single. Here's McNeil. McNeil flied to center his first at bat. Breaking pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Just caught the corner.
pretty generous strike.
Well, you
But
know,
those
the
are
strike
going
zone
both
on
ways.
the field and the strike zone on the computer are
And
not
we're benefiting as much as
isomorphic in any way. The 0-1 pitch swung on and
I
missed.
think you said that you have a
0-2.
theory that there's a very large, massive object down there.
It's
that
bending
is
space and time down there in home plate. Yes, like under home plate or something is
it's distorting.
distorting space and time.
Yeah.
Yes, it's stretching
Yeah.
space,
Yeah,
as we know.
some
From,
kind of gravitational lensing.
that's
going
right.
on.
The 0-2 hit hard on the ground, wide of third.
Someone call a physicist. There's a philosopher and a debate coach. We're not qualified.
Not really, no.
You could point your telescope at it, but that's
I know a
about
little
it.
bit about it, but 0-2. But I just feel like there's some kind of distortion going on down there.
Yeah.
Benjamin, you can point your telescope at the strike zone.
The
That's what I'm saying.
0-2 popped
That's
in
what
the
I'm
air to
saying.
shallow center field, and that's going to
That's
drop. So the Crabs are going to have runners on first and second with nobody out. Back-to-back singles. Neither one hit hard, but they'll take them both.
No, that was a lazy rainbow shot with no play for center field or second base. Medikoff absolutely had to wait, and he played it pretty close. He was about 2/3 of the way to second base, and he still had to make a little scramble
That's
to
right.
get there.
So here's Hamilton. Fly to right is first at bat. First and second. They're in on the corners.
Big opportunity. Got to capitalize.
Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Nasty. 58 miles an hour.
Right in the heart of the strike zone. It's one of those ones that you just want back so you can mash it.
0-1. He shows to bunt, and the pitch is outside.
That
1-1.
seems like an odd choice to me. What do I know?
Well, the Athletic Express thought he might be bunting because they brought the corners in.
I mean, you're trailing 3, and you have nobody out. I feel like you got to keep those outs.
I feel similarly, but the 1-1, he's showing bunt again, and he takes outside, 2-1. But it is the 4th inning, so
Sure.
we're not quite midway through. I can
No.
see trying to get a
And it
couple
did-
runs in to get him close. Here's the pitch, and he bunts it in the air foul.
No. They're definitely
so-
going for it.
That'll be the end of the bunting, though. Count 2-2.
Yeah, it does pull the fielders in a little bit. That's good, I suppose.
Now he's going to have to swing away. 2-2. From the set. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. Oh.
Right.
Missed high. That's been called a strike all afternoon
I was
now.
going to say.
Like I said, there's no connection between the strike zone that we have and the strike zone down on the field.
It's like dark energy.
3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, and that loads the bases.
2 hits and a walk.
Hey, look out,
Bases are full of
NCYC.
crustaceans.
The bases are F-O-C, full of crustaceans.
We got a cast.
A cast of crabs. There it is.
Number 28.
Full cast of
Nico.
crabs.
We got a full cast.
Nobody out.
And here's Nico Lombardi. Big opportunity here. Crabs trailing by 3. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Need this. Hit it
Lombardi
with the
grounded
stick.
back to the pitcher's first at bat. He takes a fastball outside.
Crabs plated 2 in the 3rd, gave 1 back in the 4th. Really important
And now
to
here comes the
capitalize.
here comes the coach out to have a word.
Yeah.
There's nobody warming in the Athletic Express bullpen.
Real big opportunity for Humboldt to take some momentum, to cut that lead down again.
Well, an extra base hit ties the game.
It would be really, really amazing.
At the first base side.
Worst case scenario is
So-
a double play ball, which should still
Is he
play to
drinking
run.
out of a flask out there? What was that? That looked like
And Stephen Bonner.
Does he have enough to share? I think you have to bring enough for
he took a
everybody.
drink of something. Is that?
Who was the pitcher that shouted his coach off the field last year? Do you remember
I do remember it happening, but I don't
God,
remember
that
who
was
it was.
incredible.
He was pitching so well, and his coach finally came out, and he sent him back to the dugout. That was great.
Yeah, that was Luke Dillon. He was on the
Luke-
the Express.
He was on the
Dylan, I was
Express,
like, I thought that was these guys that did that.
Okay,
He threw 141.
that's right. I remember that.
141 pitches. Just shouted his coach off the
1-0.
field.
Line in the center
there it
field
is.
for a
That's
base hit.
exactly what we needed.
Medikoff scores. McNeil holding a third.
Nico
And it's
Lombardi,
6-4.
the catcher.
Nico Lombardi comes through with an RBI single.
102 off the bat. Little blooper to center field. It was a 74-mile-an-hour pitch, low and outside, and the catcher just strokes that to center field, plating some crabs. Go Crabs, go!
At the top of the line,
Top of the order.
Number 35, Jacob Pappas.
Here's Pappas. He walked and struck out so far today, and he takes a pitch low and outside, and the pitcher not happy with that call.
Liam's predicting a 4-hour game. Considering his started
Well,
5-0
given the number
in
of
the
walks,
first, I would
yeah.
take it.
Yeah, given a number of walks and everything, yeah, this may be a while. Here's the 0-1. Fouled out of play.
If you'd have told me that when it was 5-0, I'd have been like, okay, that's good. That means we come back.
Still, nobody out for the Crabs. A big opportunity. They've already played it a run.
Yeah.
Bases are loaded. 6-4. A hit probably ties the game. And that's in the center field. Going back, that's going to
bring
play to
one in.
run. The out is made. Runners on second and home third are advancing, and it's 6-5 now in favor of the Express. RBI sacrifice fly for Pappas.
He absolutely flies that a soft fly out, but he brings in the runner from third. The runner from second moves over. There's only one out, so the Crabs absolutely have a chance to tie this ball game.
Here's Kavana Soares. Soares is 0 for 2.
Just some gutsy running last inning, some timely hitting, some just functional small ball. Crabs digging their way right back into this one.
Here we go. Cordoba sets and throws over to first. Runners on the corners for the Crabs, one away.
Debbie and Tig on YouTube know what's up. Crabs are not dead yet. They've got a chance. It's fun to see friends joining us there on YouTube, listening on 107.3.
And there's a breaking pitch inside corner for a called strike. Oh, and 1. Runners going. The pitch is high, no throw down to second.
Just staying aggressive.
And Lombardi steals it.
One
That
out.
takes away the double play.
Yep, runners at second and third.
Now they're going to bring the infield in.
All you got
1-1
to
to
connect,
Soares.
and we got an opportunity to tie this game.
Hard grounder to third.
Tough spot.
That is not going to score the run. Throw to first, 2 away.
Check my prior. You can't send it straight to the third baseman. Or was it the shortstop? I suppose
It
the
was
shortstop was it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, shortstop range
2
over there to
away.
cover with the back.
Now they'll go back to their normal positions. And Cameron Sewell will be the hitter. He has reached on an error and singled. 6-5 in favor of the Express.
Tough look there for Soares. Just a little in front of that one.
Hamilton at third, Lombardi at second. Cordoba sets. There's the breaking pitch, and he misses high with it.
Trailing 5-0 in the first with a chance to tie it in the fourth. That's exciting Crabs baseball.
That's right, the 1-0. Well, that's what good pitching does for you, too, because
Yes.
you know, they got off to a really terrible start, right, in the first, and then brought in Mounts, and he's been great.
And
And
aggressive
he kept the
base
Clark
running.
Crabs in the game.
Just
And
aggressive
base running, that's right.
base running.
Yeah.
Jumping early every chance you get.
2-0 pitch. There's a fastball low and outside, and the count goes 3-0.
I feel like there's been some good at-bats. There's been some long at-bats
Yeah,
for the
some
Crabs.
patient
They're
at-bats.
trying
Now
to
some
be
action
aggressive,
out in
but
the Express bullpen. 3-0 to Sewell, and there's a strike at the knees in the inside corner.
it's a good strike.
Yeah. 3-1. 3-1. Another strike.
That's pretty bad.
That's a rough one.
I mean, those have been strikes all day. I mean,
They have.
The strike zone is way bigger on the field than it is from what from what the TrackMan is showing. It's higher, it's wider.
Is this an argument for robot umps or against robot umps? What do you think, Benjamin?
There is no argument for robot umps. The next pitch
what I
misses inside,
That's what I thought you'd say.
and that's going to load the bases.
But you're so old-fashioned, you think nighttime baseball's a crime. Right?
Kind of, yeah.
Adam Enyart.
Yeah.
Here's Enyart, 0 for 2. Bases are loaded for the Crabs, 2 outs.
This fellow leads the Crabs with home runs. He's got 4 on the season.
Cordoba, yeah, last guy they want to see up there, and they drops a strike in.
Dangerous pitch. 57, top of the strike zone.
That was the pitch right
Yeah,
there, huh?
if you wanted to just muscle one, that might have been hit.
0-1.
He'll get some looks. Not exactly blistering. It's just all about where the placement's at.
Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground, backhanded by the third baseman. He'll touch the bag, and that'll end the inning. But the Crabs get 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 3 left, and at the end of 4, 6-5 in favor of the Athletic Express. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back. Thanks to U.S. Bank, strengthening our local communities. Their commitments come to life through their people, programs, and policies. Together, we can make a difference to the communities we serve. And that is all the radio sponsors, although the Crabs have many, many sponsors who are not on the radio.
Crabs plated 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, just scrapping their way back from a brutal first inning. Athletic Edge Express did score 1 in the fourth. They're keeping it interesting, keeping it tough.
Yep, 6 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Express. 5 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Crabs. So for the Express, it'll be Boyd, Clemens, and Tokar here in the top of the 5th inning.
Crabs on the road against Healdsburg and Lincoln this next week. Let's see, the Crabs are 10-0, Healdsburg's 5-0, Lincoln Potters are 13-1. The Medford
really?
Rogues are 10-3.
Potters are 13-1.
The Mudcats are 4-3. Yeah, the Potters were really good.
And what's Healdsburg?
Healdsburg is 5-0. I guess they must be just getting started. They
Nice.
won the Pacific Empire League
Yes, they
Championship
did.
last year, beating the Lincoln Potters.
Yes, they did.
Crabs just edged out of that. 3 or 4 games out, looking in.
Here's the pitch. Grounded out to second base, slowly hit. Scooped up, throw to first. Nicely done by Cameron Sewell. 1 away.
It was Healdsburg and Lincoln really all year last year.
Yeah, I don't think even, honestly,
being the challenge.
I don't think even the Crabs had gotten in that playoff. They would have survived.
Well, I feel like there might have been 1 win against those 2 teams throughout the duration of last season.
Yeah.
They had our number.
Yeah.
They are stacked.
So here's Clemens. He's 0 for 2.
The Prune Packers.
Here's the pitch. And there's a slider, misses low.
4-3.
Coach, you retracted her message.
The 1-0.
Saw that.
2-0.
Bro, you gotta stand on business. What was the message? But that the score bug wasn't updated. No, it was.
Liam's
2-0.
You gotta stand
appreciating
on
the
business.
feedback and the
So,
retraction there.
Strike on the inside corner. Is
Debbie's
this on
keeping
the,
us cooking
on
here
the
in
YouTube?
media
Someone.
booth. Yeah. Yeah. Every now and then the YouTube needs to be updated.
The 2-1 is a strike on the outside
Got a
corner.
gentle
2-2.
reminder, and then they retracted it when we fixed it out.
Stand on business.
Love the Crabs fans there on YouTube, listening on the radio 107.3. Best baseball on the North Coast.
2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Got
That's
him.
it.
Took something off. 2 away.
Got a shout out to the booth. Happy first baseball game, Savannah Joe. Love, Mom.
Here's Tokar. Has singled and walked so far
Next up, number 15,
this afternoon.
Will Tokar.
Tuesday, June 24th is Superhero Day. 28th is Harry Potter Day. There's Mascot Day on the 29th. Pajama Night, that's one of our favorites, July 19th. Gotta wait for August 2nd for Mustache Night. That's a long haul for Mustache Night. But it's on the calendar. Won't miss it.
Here's the pitch. This is low. When's Glockenspiel Day?
Yeah, that one's not on the list. Fan Appreciation Night, Mustache Night, 70s Night. That's all August 2nd. Maybe Glockenspiel can go with Italian Heritage and Pirate Night on the 26th.
Moldy Fruit Day.
It's just getting noisy.
The next
here.
pitch is swung on and missed.
Pajama Night and Moldy Fruit Day. Yep. Mascot Day and Oil Change with bagels. The Arcata Ballpark.
1-1 the count.
Some of this is going on at the Arcata Ballpark, and you should all definitely check out the schedule.
Here's the pitch. This is outside. 2-1.
Cal came to
Viking
the,
Hat Day.
yeah, right. Cal came to the ballpark we would dress for Superhero Day because that's what it said online, but they changed it and they gave him a prize anyway. It was really sweet.
That's hilarious.
It was
That's
really,
great.
really cool. Yeah.
2-1. Misses low. 3-1. Of course, there's ballet shoes night.
Roller skate night.
3-1.
Roller blade night.
Swung on and missed. 3-2.
Ski boots night. That'd be fun. Just wear ski boots to the ball game.
Or tap shoes.
Yeah.
Everyone in tap
It'd be
shoes.
so noisy.
3-1 the count. Down low, ball 4.
Okay.
So that's the third walk issued by. Sorry, second walk issued by Mounts. But there are 2 outs.
Finn, you're gonna have to.
And here's Dominguez.
I
He's
might
0 for
count
1.
5 strikeouts since the second inning, though. That's
Oh yeah, he's been good.
pretty good.
He's been good, and he's kept the Crabs in it. So here's the pitch. Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's
dear.
hit high near to right field.
Yikes.
Back, still going, and gone.
God, that thing.
2-run home run by Dominguez.
338 feet, almost said miles, because that's how it felt when he hit that baseball. It looked like it was going to end out in Samoa. It was launched off the bat. 2 more plated for the Athletic Edge Express. 8-5. Ouch.
So every time the Crabs get close, the Express
Yeah.
put more distance between them. That hurt.
2 quick outs and then a walk and a homer, and
That
it just
hurt. Yep,
unravels
just
on you,
launched it.
just like that.
Scott under it, and launched it.
Cordova.
So 8-5 now in favor of the Athletic Express, and here's Cordoba. 0 for 2. He takes a fastball high.
It's the Athletic Edge Express. I think the edge is pretty important in there. I don't know
just
what it
bury
means.
it. I can't say all 3. I don't know what. It's either Edge Express or Athletic Express. All 3 is too confusing for me.
Just don't call them the Athletics.
Athletic Edge Express.
What is the edge in Edge
What-
Express?
And what is, well, I mean, like I said, they're just 3 randomly sort of sports sounding words thrown together. 1-0 the count, but they are winning 8-5.
They
so
are.
It's working for them today.
They can call themselves whatever they
That's
want.
right. Here's the pitch, grounded over to third, picked up by Hirschkorn, throw to first. In the dirt, he throws it away. Runner's going to go to second. Here comes the throw, and he's out. Nice play by Lombardi backing up first.
No error. Okay. So that's a hit then.
Oh, wait. I guess that has to be an error, and then he's thrown out at second.
Okay.
Yeah.
So E5.
So then an E5, and then he's thrown out at second. That does end the inning, though, but 2 runs on 1 big hit for the Edge Express, and they lead at 8-5. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM.
Along the third base
Yeah. All right, we are back. Bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be the top of the order for the Crabs, Papasaurus and Sewell. And I think we have a new pitcher on the mound. Do we? 18. No, it's still Cordova out there with an 8-5 lead.
Benjamin Hoke said on the radio the other day that you were recently elected the Western Regional Vice President of the Flat Earth Society, and I'm just excited to hear more about that. Do you have an opportunity to inform us a little bit on what your roles and responsibilities
it's all
are?
made up.
Sounds like a big job.
There is a nationwide, worldwide conspiracy over hundreds of years to convince people for some reason that the world is round rather than flat.
You with all
Why
your
anybody would want to convince us of that, I don't know, but there it is. There's a bunt. Foul, 0-1 now.
You've taken me out and shown me
Papas.
the Andromeda Galaxy.
Yes,
I think
I have.
that would mean you understand the world is round, but apparently...
I'm pretty sure it's round, actually. But, he's getting back at me because I used to tell people he was at the John Birch Society meeting when he wasn't here.
Outstanding. This is important work here in the Crabs Media booth.
0-1. Fastball is fouled out of play.
One thing I do know is that you were the most improved 9-year-old for El Monte Little League
I
in
was
Lambert
most
Park.
improved. Yes, I was at Lambert Park in
Yeah.
El Monte.
Yeah, that's true.
I was most improved.
Think of all of the other players who improved that
I
year.
was really terrible for 1 year, and then I wasn't so terrible the next year.
None of them took the strides that
The
Benjamin
0-2.
did.
I was slightly better than Charlie Brown.
It's almost as if we're down 3 here.
Yes. 0-2 the count now to Pappas. He has struck out looking, walked, and has a sacrifice fly.
It's in a pitcher's count right now.
The 0-2 breaking pitch is high. 1-2. Cordova out there for his 5th inning of work. He's given up some runs, but he's been backed up by some great offense from his team. Still pretty breezy at the park. Lots of gusting. Here's the 1-2. Ooh, took something off, and he had Pappas way out in front of that. 1 away. Here's Kavanasaurus. He's 0 for 3. And the pitch, fastball, fouled out of play. The 0-1. In the air to left center
That's got a
field.
chance.
That's going to be trouble. That's going to roll all the way up to near the 394 sign. That's a stand-up double for Soros.
64-mile-an-hour pitch just on the outside corner. It came off the bat at 82, just a rainbow shot towards the 394 sign. It bounced in the grass like 10, 15 feet in front of that, but it was right in the middle of the gap. No chance for the left fielder or the center fielder.
Elijah McNeil.
Plenty of opportunity to run to second. Great hit. 1 out. Runner in scoring position.
So here's Sewell. I have Sewell batting. I don't know. Why is McNeil batting? I have Sewell batting.
I'm showing Sewell.
That's in the right. That's into right field. Runner's going to tag and go to third. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm equally confused. That says McNeil is number 1.
Nolan Hamilton.
Oh, I see what happened.
What
Okay.
happened?
No, I do see what happened. Enyart ended the last inning, so that was Hirschkorn who struck out 1 away. And then it wasn't Soros that doubled, it was Medikoff that doubled.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, it must be baseball
Sorry,
season,
fans,
'cause
that was my mistake.
my score
I
sheet
got
is
my
a
score
mess.
sheet out, and on. So then McNeil flied out to right, and on the play, Medikoff went to third. And now it's 2-0 to Hamilton.
Instagram Reels emergency, bro.
The 2-0. Fouled up against the screen, 2-1.
Is this last round?
That would be funny if it was back when I was doing stats on my phone.
So Hirschhorn struck out at the top.
That's exactly right.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, Hirschhorn led off the inning. The 2-1 to Hamilton. Breaking pitch, tap foul, wide of third.
Man, those off-speed pitches coming in 58 towards the center of the strike zone.
Yeah, it's just really hard to
I feel like I could hit them from up
it's
here.
like the
I
nut,
know
you know,
it's
it's
not
like
that easy.
it's
but
like trying to hit a knuckleball or something.
they
It's
just float
they
in
just
there.
floats up there. Yeah.
And they come at them early. You just got to get so fired up to
Yeah.
see that thing
You
sitting
got to
there.
wait on it. 2-2 the count.
Give it a beat.
Here's the pitch. Line
There it
into
is.
right field. That's gonna be caught
Ah, that was such an
by
exciting
Clemens,
hit.
and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left at the end of 5. It's 8-5 in favor of the Athletic Express. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM.
Get out of here.
Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning, 8-5 in favor of the Athletic Edge Express. It'll be the top of their order. Durammeler, Boardman, and Summers.
Is that a new pitcher?
And let's see, number 19. That's Jonah Fragus out on the mound for the Crabs now in relief of Wade Mounts.
Sophomore from Fresno Community College, it says out there, taking over for Mounts. Baylor Sandberg started the game, had a rough first inning, gave up 5, including a grand slam. Mounts came out and shut it down here until the top of the 6th. And now, they said it was Jonah Fragus.
On the
Jonah
mound,
Fragus, that's
debuting
correct.
As a humble crab from Fresno City College, number 19, Jonah Fragus.
Trey says making his debut as a humble crab.
Don't forget,
He's been on the roster, but I haven't seen him pitch yet, so yeah, I don't see him on the.
till a week
I think it's his debut. I don't see him on the.
the road.
Benjamin, I have some middle inning trivia here for you. In 1975, they changed the name to the Dungeness Crab. Do you know what it was called before that?
No.
Anybody out there? You can put it on YouTube if you know the answer. In 1975, they changed the name of the Dungeness Crab to the Dungeness Crab. The question was, what was it called before that? We'll give you that in a little bit.
So Fragus making his debut for the Crabs, and first pitch is inside 1-0. Jonah Fragus. Big, tall, right-handed pitcher. Durammeler is 1 for 2 this afternoon. And there's a strike at the knees. One and one. Swung on and missed a good fastball, 90 miles an hour. 1-2. The 1-2 cue down towards first base. Medikoff has it. He tags the bag, 1 away.
Don't forget it's last call for 50-50. Last call for 50-50.
So here's Boardman. He has
50 tickets.
1 for 2.
Join in and try and win the cabbage. Next up, number 38, Diego Boardman.
There's a fastball in there at the knees for a called strike. 0-1, 89 mile an hour pitch. 8-5 in favor of the Athletic Express. Here's the next pitch. It's a fastball, misses low and inside.
Found 90 miles an hour with that one.
One, grounded out to short. Throw to first, 2 away. So 2 quick outs here in the 6th.
Pretty good scoop by Elijah McNeil there at shortstop.
Yeah.
He had Houston Hirschkorn coming right up on him from third base, but he made the scoop throw across his body, running the opposite direction. Throw was on target.
Yeah, normally Hirschkorn would make that play, but I think.
Yeah, it looked like he had a better angle on it. But
So here's Summers. He has walked twice and singled, and a check swing strike. The 0-1, grounded out to short, and throw to first. Finally a quiet inning. As the Express go in order here in the 6th, they lead at 8-5. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Crabs trailing 8-5. 8 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Athletic Edge Express. 5 runs, 5 hits, 4 errors for the Crabs. Express jumped out to a 5-1 lead. At one point, it was a close game, 6-5. I mean, still close, but it was a closer 6-5 at one point. But then a 2-run home run put the Express 3 runs back out in front.
it goes without saying, but if you take that grand slam off the board in the first inning, the Crabs have played some pretty good baseball.
Yeah, they have.
The pitching has just put them in a hole, and the question is, are they going to be able to dig their way out of it? Especially if the Athletic Edge Express continue to put 1 or 2 points on the board every other inning.
Runs. Nico Lombardi.
Thank you.
Hits one foul, wide of third.
It's still going to be Liam in my head, but I hear you.
Nathaniel Cordova, now for his 6th inning of work. He has to have thrown a lot of pitches by now.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what the pitch count is. I mean, he's clocking 50, 60
He
miles
doesn't
an
throw
hour.
very hard, but
right.
there's fouled out of play.
It's still a lot of work.
0-2 now. The 0-2 breaking pitch hit in the air down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase, but he won't get there in time.
Foul.
So the count stays 0-2. Pappas on deck, and then Soros. The 0-2 breaking pitch, foul tipped up against the backstop. So Lombardi will live to see another pitch.
66 high and outside, but with the strike zone getting called that way, you got to chase that.
That had been called a strike, I think, if
I
he'd
think
taken
you're
it.
right. Yeah, it's tough. It's like we're getting a little resin or something there for the bat.
Oh, and 2. Fastball misses high and outside.
That was just a little further out than that last pitch, which he swung at. It's just tough not knowing what to do as a hitter there, I bet.
The 1-2 misses away. 2 and
Just
2.
keeping it right in that same spot. High away.
Two swung on and missed. Got him on the fastball. And Lombardi's out.
Pretty
One
much
away.
every one of those pitches was well above the strike zone.
That's right.
Just keeping them way up there.
Third strikeout for Cordoba.
Crabs climb the ladder.
Number 35, Jacob Pappas.
Here's Pappas. He's 0 for 1. A walk and a sacrifice fly. And the pitch, breaking pitch in there for a strike at the knees.
That was a good pitch to hit right there.
Just dropped it in there.
Just, you know,
0 and 1. The 0-1 fastball is high. The 0-1 breaking pitch in there again on the inside corner. Felt high. 0-2. Good pitch.
that was a really great pitch. 58 inside on the strike zone line. Just nasty.
Cordova gets the sign and sets. The 1-2. Line into left field.
There we
That's
go.
going to drop for a base hit.
Here we go.
So Pappas aboard. Here's Kivanasaurus.
Wait for the Bat Boys, Colton Mace.
Good piece of hitting by
Number
Pappas.
10, Havana
Found himself in a
Suarez.
hole, but was able to connect with one and drop it just into the left outfield there. Be interesting to see if he steals. They stay aggressive on the base paths. There he
Runners
goes.
going. They got him picked off. Throw down to second, and he's
Yeah.
a dead duck, and that really hurts down
I
by
feel
3
like
runs.
you could see that coming a mile away,
Yep.
and they were definitely not fooled. That's a big out here
That's
in
a
the
huge
sixth inning.
out. 2 away. No me gusta.
You're only trailing by 3. You got a runner on. I understand the value of getting him into scoring position, and they've been successful.
Well, they've been, they've been successful,
But
but
a big part of that is jumping right on first movement, and the pitcher caught him that time.
there's a called strike.
If you
There's
try,
that curve in there.
try to cut it that close to first movement, there's a pretty decent chance they're going to catch you.
0 and 1. In the dirt.
Oof. Go from 1 on and 1 out to nobody on and 2 out. In the 6th inning, trailing by 3. That's just a
Lane.
hard corner to turn.
1 and 1 the count. Low and outside. 2 and 1. Soros is flied to right, line to left, and grounded out to third. And the next pitch, cued foul off the tip of the bat.
Was low, 58. Got to lay off that one. Could be looking at a 3-1 instead of a 2-2. He's calling him way outside. I feel like the bottom is a pretty decent place to try to let him drop out.
I think with that pitch, though, it's hard to know where it's going to drop
Yeah,
out.
it's got so much movement. That's a good
The
point.
2-2, check swing, and he
Still
hits it
caught it.
foul wide of first.
I feel like if he unloads on that one, it's going out to right field.
2 and 2 the count.
56 miles an hour off the bat.
Cordova sets. And here comes the pitch. Line to left field for a base hit.
So you get that steal and you have an opportunity to score there, but instead we just got one on.
Here's Cameron Sewell. He has reached on an error, singled, and walked.
Up next, number 11, Cameron Sewell.
So Source over at first. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch outside.
58 that time and way outside.
I don't know if to call it a change or an evis or what.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep calling it off speed because
Yeah,
it's
what
not
else to call it?
a speeding pitch.
1-0. Throw to first.
Yeah, they're keeping him honest now. Can't count on the catcher to make that throw, so pitcher's got to keep him close. Definitely learned his lesson. Krabs put a bunch of steals together in the third to put some points on the runs on the board.
The 1-0. Ooh, high and inside with a fastball.
Trimmed his mustache with that one.
2-0.
Gave it a little curl. Johnny piping in on YouTube. Let's go, Krabs. Correct.
2-0. Floats one right over the heart of the plate. 2-1.
Nobody guessing on what we called Krabs, the Dungeness crab, before 1975. They changed it to the Dungeness crab. What was it originally called?
Well, I'm more curious about why they changed the name at all.
This is the real mystery.
2-1. Throw to first. I mean,
It's probably a very dramatic story. Soon to be a major motion picture.
yeah. I mean, what's the?
Starring Jason Statham.
Like, oh,
as
we
the
can't live with
Dungeness
the
crab.
name. We can't live with this name anymore. We're gonna have to go
Right.
with Dungeness now.
When you hear what it is, you'll
2-1. Whoa, it was behind him with a fastball, all the way to the backstop.
So
2
far,
and 2.
inside, it came out the back. What do you call that? Backdoor slider? Is that what that is?
Yeah, the coach noticed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Jacko fixed it last time. Jacko was over here. Remember Jacko?
We got some kind of problem out on the field now. Looks like we have. Oh, one of the pads against the backstop has come loose. And so now
All right, folks, we're going to pause here for
we're going to have to interrupt the game. Let's go back to the studio and thank some sponsors while they make that fix. This is Krabs Baseball 107.3 FM. All right, we're back. Fence is repaired. Runner on first for Cameron Sewell. There are 2 outs, and that hits him on the shoulder. So that's going to put runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Cheerful Arcata crowd letting the pitcher hear it for tagging a Krabby here.
Now some
Which is
action out in their bullpen.
A little
Here comes
ironic,
the manager. I think that might be it. For,
considering how the first inning went.
they're going to go to the pen. That's going to be it, I think, for Cordova. And
Well, he pitched
yep,
6
here
full
comes
innings.
the reliever in. It's like number 50. Do they have a number 50? Alex Cruz, I believe. Yep, number 50. Alex Cruz will come on in relief of Cordova.
Coming to bat for your Humboldt Crabs, number 16, Adam.
No, he's going to leave him in. Okay, changed his mind.
I feel
All
like
right.
it's just a matter of time, so it's good to know who's coming up.
Cruz was halfway to the mound and had to turn around and go back. So Cordova must have talked him out of it. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's Enyart. He's 0 for 3, and he waves at a breaking pitch. 0-1.
Just a huge opportunity for Enyart. We keep saying leads the team in home runs. If he puts one over the fence here, the place is going to go nanners. 2-out shot could tie the game.
The 0-1 takes the breaking pitch low. One and 1 the count. Fouled out of play. 1-2.
Mary Ellen? That's for you.
Soros at second, Sewell at first. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch, way outside. 2-2 now to Enyart.
Staying away from this hitter. Mia McNeil says, let's go Crabs. Thanks for joining us on YouTube, friends. Stay tuned for all the Crabs fun when they're on the road. Liam will
1
be bringing
and
you the
2.
games.
Here's the pitch. Breaking
That's
pitch
a
in
great
the air to
pitch to
center
hit.
field,
Come on
going
now.
back, still going back, still
Go.
going.
Gone. That's it.
That's a 3-run home run. Adios, muchacho. And Adam Enyart has come through once again to tie the ball game.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. The place is
Just
going
as Aaron
absolutely nanners.
called it.
The first time we saw him play, I said I wanted to name this guy Mashed Potatoes because he's a big guy, and when he hits it, he mashes
And
it
we are tied.
straight away
at
center, right
That
past
ball
the
just
American
kept carrying.
flag.
That call just kept carrying. You got it up there in the wind.
That was that center field shot
That's
that you
right.
were talking
and
about
it
in the
just
breeze.
kept floating.
Just carried it.
Well, I
It
don't
is
know
a
how hard
tie.
it was hit. Can we see how hard
Ball
that was hit?
game.
I don't think
Oh,
it was
yeah,
hit all that hard.
should have
Was it?
checked that right away.
96 off the bat. So
Yeah.
and it just kept going, and the game is tied.
402 feet.
Here's Hirschhorn.
Straight away center. Go,
And there's a
Crabs,
fastball
go.
away. So Adam Enyart, his 5th home run of the season.
That's exactly what we
And
needed,
he has an
Benjamin.
excellent chance to break the season record.
5th homer of the year.
Because he's already got 5 and we're only 10 games in.
He's got 5.
That's
That was
fouled
his
up
6th
against
of the
the
year.
screen.
Okay.
Oh, that was his 6th?
I think that was his 5th. I'm
think it was
pretty
his
sure that
fifth,
was his
yeah.
5th, yeah. Love to see it. They thought about taking the pitcher out. They kept him in there. He's throwing some soft pitches. Just a question of catching
Enyart
one
just
in the
waited
zone
on
at
it
the
and
right time.
got
yeah.
it up on the jet stream there.
That's exactly right.
Here's the pitch. Misses high.
Ooh.
2-1 now.
Crabs just playing scrappy
To
ball today.
Hirschhorn.
Down 5-0 in the top of the first. Tied 8-8.
And I'm surprised that they haven't taken Cordoba out now after the home run.
You would think that would be the time.
Right.
I guess with nobody on and 2
Well,
out.
I'm guessing they're saving their pitching for tomorrow too.
Right, that's a
because
good note.
that one's fouled out of play, 2-2. Because I think he would have been gone by now. I don't know how many pitches. Do we know how many pitches he's thrown, Liam? Do we know how many pitches he's thrown?
I can't access it.
Tig on YouTube is guessing the answer for the trivia. There's 2 answers there that Tig gave, and one of them is in fact the right answer.
2-2.
They might both be the right answer,
And that
but there's
ball
only
hits
one that
him.
I'm looking for.
And so now
Hit by
Hirschhorn
pitch?
will go to first. And that's got to be it. Yep, finally, here comes the manager. And I think that is finally
Number 26, Tate Menikoff.
going to be the time when they take Cordoba out of the game. And yep, they're going to go to the pen. So Cordoba's gone. Coming in is number 50, Alex Cruz, with the game tied at 8 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. With only Crabs had a runner on first with 2 outs. They've already played at 3. Let's go back to the studio. Thanks to more sponsors. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Okay, we are back. Right-hander Alex Cruz on in relief of Nathaniel Cordova with this 8 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Express. 8 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors for the Crabs. We're in the bottom of the 6th. There are 2 outs. Crabs have a runner at first. Tate Metcalf will be the batter.
Benjamin,
A wild ball game. They got off to a 5-0 lead to the Express, and the Crabs got back in it. Then the Express extended the lead. Then the Crabs came back, and they've tied it here on a 3-run home run by Adam Enyart.
Crabs have scored with stealing the bases. Crabs have scored with hitting the long ball. Crabs have scored off of errors in the outfield. Every way possible to scrape a run together. They found a way to make it happen. They keep bleeding runs to the Athletic Edge Express. If they can stop that right now, it feels like they've got the momentum and a chance to put this one away, move to 11-0. New pitcher.
So here's Metcalf. He's 2 for 3 with a double. And he hammers that one down the left field line. That's going to be up against the fence. And it gets gets away from the left fielder.
It's going to take a lead.
Here comes Hirschhorn around third. He will score, and the Crabs take the lead on a 2-run double, on a 2-base hit by Tate Metcalf, his 2nd double of the afternoon.
First pitch, swinging for Tate Metcalf. 77 miles an hour pitch, comes off the bat at 105. Straight to the left field wall. Ricochets off that thing like a totally separate hit, making the left fielder come back to get the ball. Clayton the run from second. Crabs take their first lead of the game. Go Crabs, go.
9-8. Here's McNeil. And he takes a pitch low.
This is the inning they've been waiting for. Outstanding.
Cruz looks at second and comes home. Fouled out of play.
Tig has not gotten the right answer yet for the trivia. It is one of the two. When they changed the name in 1975, it was either the rock crab or the market crab. Do you want 50-50 on that? Which one was it?
I'm going to go with market crab.
The original name in
1-1.
1975 was the market crab.
1-1 misses low.
Yeah.
2-1.
We'll give it to Tig for getting it half right. That's a crab fact brought to you by Oz Kimball from the Cal Poly debate team. I asked them for crab facts.
Oh, interesting.
That's a good one.
The invisible claw of the market.
Thanks, Oz. The
2-1 the
invisible
count.
claw of the market.
This is high. 3-1.
OceanConservancy.org says 99% of all Dungeness crabs eaten in the United States come from the United States, which really makes me wonder, where's the other 1% coming from?
I don't know, but I just hope Krusty's safe.
Yeah.
The next pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 3-2.
Krusty just came by here dancing. I don't see Krusty dance very often. That was pretty exciting. Now currently over in the family section taking photos with the kids. That's fun.
The 3-2 to Metcalf. Grounder out to second. That's going to end the inning, but the Crabs come up with 4 huge runs to take the lead, 9-8. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM.
Go Crabs, go.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs leading at 9-8. In the top of the 7th inning, it'll be Schaefer, Boyd, and Clemens to bat against Jonah Fragus. 8 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Express. 9 runs, 9 hits, 4 errors for the Crabs. Adam Enyart, yet again, coming through This time with a 3-run home run.
3-run shot to straightaway center field. 4 runs in the 6th, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 1st.
Coming back for the Edgewood
Crabs
Tigers.
regenerating every limb, staying alive here with a lead.
So here's Schaefer. He's 1 for 3 with the home run. It was a grand slam, as a matter of fact.
Was.
Fragus rocks and deals. Waves a slider away, 0-1. The 0-1. Fastball is low.
Keep looking for stats on this pitcher, and then it turns out it is his debut as a Crab. Just not a lot to say yet. Pitching great so far. Pitching with a lead now.
1-1. Oh, he throws the bat into the Crabs dugout off the roof of the Crabs clubhouse. That was one launched bat. That really.
That almost made it to the drinking pavilion
Man,
over there.
that
Like
was-
he threw
I don't
that
think
bat.
I've seen a bat go that far before.
It went over the Crabs dugout, like over the Crabs dugout onto the roof of the building over there. I thought it was gonna like hit the family section.
I did too.
Just
Yeah. Now, that is
Holy smokes.
that is one relaxed script.
Looked like a track and field competition out there.
1-2.
That's not how you throw a javelin and not how you swing a bat. Yeesh. Cheerful Arcata crowd letting him hear it.
The 1-2. Fastball misses inside. 2-2.
That thing spun like 4 times. We're gonna have to fix the roof of that building.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Misses away. 3-2.
Just a real roller coaster ride so far for this baseball game. Starts in the bottom, working its way up.
The 3-2. There's a called strike on the outside corner. Happy trails. Oh, Schaefer not happy with the
boy.
call, and he's letting the umpire know about it.
Yeah, he's allowed to complain. That was way outside.
And now, did he
but-
get tossed? Here comes the manager to calm him down a little bit, to calm down the umpire,
Yeah.
who
I mean, the strike zone's been all over the place for both teams, so there's really not a whole
well,
lot
the
to
irony of
complain
it is that's
about.
about the closest call. That's about the closest strike he's called all afternoon.
Correct. There were several more to bicker about before that one. But to be fair, like it was not a strike. Like,
It was not, but I mean, it was closer than any other pitch he's called a strike. So Schaefer gone. Here's Boyd. He's 1 for 3. And there's a fastball inside.
You can argue with gravitational lensing, but that doesn't change it.
It doesn't change it,
It
no.
continues to bend space and time.
You got to live with it, as we all do. It's the law. 1-0.
It's the law.
This is down
It's
low.
not just the good idea.
2-0.
It's a law.
My alternative theory was that there was some kind of doors of perception thing happening, that
Oh,
the
interesting.
water may have been in the drinking fountain in the umpire's room, may have been spiked with something. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-1.
See, I'm of the Schrodinger's strike category.
Yes,
It's a strike when he calls it a strike, but before then it's both a strike and a ball.
that's right. 2-1.
But when he calls it, that's what it is. Is that how that works?
Yeah. Swung on and missed. 2-2.
We have fun here in the booth.
Fragus sets. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed.
Big
Moves the
strike.
fastball by him.
Big strikeout right there. 89 miles an hour, just above the top of the zone.
2 away. And here's Clemens. He has struck out 3 times this afternoon.
Up next, number 13, Kalen Clemens.
And the pitch. Like a slider in there. Belt high for a strike. 0-1. Fragus rolling now. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2. That was a fastball.
Pitched his hat off his head. He smells blood in the water. Wants a quick inning here after taking a
0-2.
lead.
Here's the pitch in the dirt. 1 and 2.
Crab fans say just pitch it anywhere you want. I'll call it a
I
strike
know, right? That's
anyway.
right. Yeah, it's true.
Not wrong.
Within 5 feet of the plate. The 1-2. And that bounces that one up there.
Yeah.
2 and 2 the count.
Just more Dust Devils out there in center field. Wind whipping
It's
around
really
out
windy
there.
out today, yeah.
I say anyone that says an ocean breeze is relaxing never lived by the coast.
2 and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He strikes
There it
out
is.
the side in the 7th inning. Crabs lead it 9-8. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. All right, 7th inning stretch here at the Arcata Ballpark. Coming up in the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Hamilton, Lombardi, and Pappas. And here is Nolan Hamilton. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. And he takes a fastball for a strike on the outside corner at the knees. 0-1. Crabs leading it 9-8. The 0-1 misses high and outside.
Crabs took that lead in the 6th after fighting their way back from a 5-0 deficit in the bottom of the 1st. It's been a long slog, but the Crabs are on top now, looking to make it worse.
The 1-1 is low, 2-1.
Luther Landry joining the chat there on YouTube. He's a national debating champion. Good to see him. Debbie says, go Crabs, go.
2-1 is hit in the air foul. It's going to drift into the right field picnic area. We got a right-hander warming in the pen for the Crabs.
Listeners in Kansas City, listeners in Arizona, Crabs fans all over the country, all over the world. Tuning into the Arcata Ballpark. Love
2
it.
balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. High and outside.
Tomorrow's Father's Day, not many better ways to spend it than at the ballpark. The Crabs will be here at 12:30 taking on these Athletic Edge Express for the final game in the 3-part series just before they go on the road.
3-2, and he reaches out and pokes that down the right field line, but it's going to go into the bullpen.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Liam will have those games for you on 107.3 and on YouTube. After that, it's away to the Lincoln Potters they go. Huge, huge span of games there.
3-2. Here's the pitch. Down low, and he walks him.
It's a good way to start.
Hamilton board with nobody out.
Heads up for the bat boy coming through, Colton Mace.
I feel
Here's
like
Nico Lombardi.
with Lincoln and Healdsburg, any loss you have that's not to those two teams is catastrophic. Like, those two teams are really good. You can't afford to lose to really anyone else if you're trying to catch them in the Pacific Empire League.
Yeah, I think that's right. Ground ball over to short. Over to second for 1. Back to first. And they turn the 6-4-3 double play.
Ouch.
So 2 outs. Top of the order. Here's Pappas. Pappas this afternoon has struck out looking, walked, his sacrifice fly, and singled.
Jacob Pappas.
If I had to debate Go Crabs Go, I would probably run the Super House. This is a joke that exactly one other person in the country is going to understand, but I'm going to make it.
Here's the pitch. It was not me.
No.
It's not the person that understood.
Listen, debate humor
Next pitch
is
misses
as
outside.
entertaining as you can think it is, and it's just
1-0.
not. It's not much to it. Just happy to see a friend of mine there.
1-0 the count. 2 outs, nobody on for the Crabs. Bottom of the 7th inning. And the pitch. Down low. 2-0. The 2-0. Misses low. 3-0.
Crabs played at 4 in the 6th, and if I'm not mistaken, that rally started with 2 outs. Like, just staying alive.
3-0 is low. So Pappas walks with 2 outs.
Second walk of the inning there.
Booth, it says simply ain't no party like
Were
the
it not for that
Garden
double
Party.
play.
Adam's biggest fan.
So here's Soros, 1 for 4.
Next up, number 10, Kavana Soares.
Kawanosaurus really is the way to say it. It sounds like a dinosaur. It's outstanding. Kawanosaurus Rex? Anyone? Anyone?
Next pitch misses. Is in there for a strike, excuse me. 0-1. The 0-1 grounded out to second base. Tosses to second for the force, and that'll end the inning for the Crabs. No runs, there were no hits, there were no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of 7, they lead at 9-8. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back. Tokar, Dominguez, and Cordoba to bat in the top of the 8th inning for the Athletic Edge Express.
Is this a new pitcher for the Crabs?
Let me see. I believe it is.
Let's see what we can learn here. Camouflage jersey making it impossible to read the numbers again.
I'm not sure who it is.
Should not be hidden. You shouldn't hide the numbers on those jerseys. 39, something with a 9. 39, I think is the number
No,
there.
it's 39. It's Max Hickmansteel. Who I was wondering where Hickmansteel was. He pitched for us last year. I've not seen him this year.
Hippensteel.
Max Hippensteel.
From UC Davis, right-handed pitcher. He's pitched 1 game. Oh, wait, let's see. Don't have any pitching stats for Hippensteel
I don't think he's
yet.
appeared yet this season.
No, this is it for him.
And he's been on the roster. I don't know if he he may have just arrived. He is a returning member of the Crabs.
Can't argue with a name like Hippensteel.
Hey, Finn. Can you hand me a water, please?
Max Hippensteel is pitching. 39.
So the fourth pitcher of the afternoon for the Crabs.
If you can't make the game tomorrow, the next home game is the 24th, 7 p.m. game, June 24th against the Chico Lone Wolves. They're in town for 2 nights. Midweek ball in the evening, can't beat it.
All right, here we go. Here's Tokar. He's singled and walked twice this afternoon. He takes a fastball high from hip and steal.
15, Will Tokar.
90 miles an hour above the zone for the first pitch.
1-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good fastball. 1-1. Next pitch is a slider. High, 2-1.
90 mile an hour first pitch, 76 mile an hour slider. Just a big range between those two.
The 2-1. Fastball blew it right by him.
Swinging high out of the zone, 90 there.
2-2. 8 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Express. 9 runs, 9 hits, 4 errors for the Crabs. Crabs looking for their 11th win in a row. Next pitch misses high, and to go 11-0 on the season. 3-2 now the count.
It's just one more louder. Need that extra push, little push over the cliff. 11. Let's get it.
3-2. And he walks him. Well, leadoff hitter aboard for the
Great.
Express here in the top of the 8th inning. Not what we were
Next up,
looking for.
Xavier Dominguez.
Here's Xavier Dominguez. He is homered, walked, and popped a third. He got one up in the air, in the wind too. Hit it on top of City, hit it against the fence in right field, and he takes a fastball, I guess, inside or high.
Yeah, there's been some big homers today. Off the scoreboard, off the fence in right field, way out to center field with Enyard's shot there.
1-0.
Really love watching the long ball at Arcata Ballpark.
This is down low. 2-0.
Better coming off a Crabs bat. They're always fun.
What? Trackman said that wasn't a strike. No, Trackman said it was.
It was a strike. 89 down and in.
The 2-0
Oh boy.
in the air. He got under it. Right field.
No.
Enyard's there. 1 away. Tokar goes back to first. Here's Cordoba. He's 0 for 3.
Number 2. Pinch hitting.
Well, we're going to have pinch hitter number 2. This is Cam Duran. Cam Duran. Pinch hitting for Cordoba. And he takes a fastball right down the middle for a called strike.
Number 2, Cam Durant.
Tokar takes short lead over at first. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch in there, and he's ahead of Duran 0-2. The 0-2. Grounded out to short. Should be 2. Convenient hop over to second for 1, and it's a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left at the end of 7 1/2. It's 9-8 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM.
This is the Express 8 and the
All right, we are back. Bottom of the 8th inning for the Crabs looking for some insurance. It'll be Sewell, Enyart, and Hirschkorn to bat against Alex Cruz, out for his second inning of work.
Crabs, number 11, Cameron Sewell.
These two teams will meet again tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. ball game. Should be a lovely day for baseball.
With the way this game's been going, the Crabs need an insurance run or two here. The Athletic Edge Express have been taking advantage of some miscues, tough pitching. They've got some good hitters.
And the first pitch is inside to Sewell. Sewell today has reached on an error, singled, walked, and then was hit by a pitch.
Noah the Bull on YouTube asking if the Crabs are still undefeated and assuming that the score stays the same for the next 3 outs. The answer is going to be yes.
Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-0.
3 outs on the Crab side, that is.
2-0. Uh-oh, oh boy.
Wow.
Adios, muchacho.
Wow.
That is belted high and deep to center field. No doubt about that. Cameron Sewell launches a home run, and that one was not wind aided. That was just mashed.
Yeah.
101 miles per hour off the bat.
If you're looking for insurance, Cameron Sewell might be the guy to go to because that was 419 feet, 101 miles an hour off the bat, 10-8. Go Crabs, go!
Man, that was belted.
You could tell just by the sound.
You could
of
hear
it.
that
I
one
looked
all the
down
way to
for
Eureka.
2 seconds and heard that pop. And it was like over the fence out there. Again, just another great long shot here in the Arcata ballpark. Towering home run.
10-8. Here's Enyart.
That's exactly what we needed.
And he takes it way outside.
Way
that didn't even make it onto the track.
Euchre would say just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed.
Here's the 1-0.
What a turnaround for these Crabs. What an exciting game. You look at that scoreboard out there.
Outside, 2-0 now to Enyart. Ball flying out of here this afternoon with the wind. But that one, again, I don't think that was wind aided. That
No.
just
That was a moshed baseball.
2-0, high and inside.
That's what happens when the barrel of the bat meets the fat part of the ball.
Yeah, that
Just
was,
whack.
that may have been one of the longest, that was easily one of the longest home runs this year, maybe the longest so far.
419.
No, the next pitch low and outside, and he walks Enyart.
Waka.
Next up, number 22, Houston Hirschkorn.
Here's Houston Hirschkorn. Hirschkorn is 0 for 2.
Houston Hirschkorn. Sounds like a character from Natty Bumppo.
Here's the pitch. And Hirschkorn takes a strike on the outside corner.
Crabs took the lead in the 6th, trailing the whole game until then, starting in the 1st.
The 0-1. Hit foul out of play.
They've stolen several bases for points. There's been errors for points, runs, several home runs for runs.
Home points.
Home points for runs. I think it's because I mentioned it that I made the mistake that much more this game. It's also, again, just the first game of the year for me.
Go-to.
This is me coming back. I'm batting 100.
Well, if you come to baseball from different sports, we're the only ones that use runs.
I have no excuse. Baseball's like
0-2.
the only sport I watch.
Hit on the ground through the left side for a base hit. On his way to second is Enyart. And now the Crabs have runners on first and second. Nobody out for Medikoff. Medikoff having a great afternoon. 2 doubles and a single in 4 trips. And here comes the manager, and that's going to be it, I believe. They've had a pitcher warming up in the pen for a while now. And that's going to be all for Cruz. He's out of the game. So a new pitcher coming in. Let's see if we can get a number on this fella.
The kids get to run the bases every Sunday following the game because we have a lineup on the third base side. We give them the count.
Micah on YouTube saying the Crabs can't let up now. They're leading by 2.
Players will line up down the third base sides.
One more would be great.
Let's see who this is
By the
coming
way,
in.
They've got Crabs camps for those interested.
Get a number.
Baseball camps, boys and girls.
Number
Being
Catcher
held
standing
like
right in
3,
front of him.
June 24th to
7.
27th.
So this is Mario Zarco.
To July 3rd in Arcata, July
Mario
14th,
Zarco.
18th through 14th.
Number
July 21st,
7.
25th, and
All right.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong lineup. That's
Visit
why.
HumbleCrabs.com.
All right, while Zarco takes his warm-up pitches, let's go back to the studio and thank some more of our sponsors. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. We're back. So 2 runners on, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th for the Crabs. They lead at 10-8. 10 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors for the Crabs. 8 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Express. And with Enyart at second and Hirschkorn at first, here's Medikoff. Still nobody out.
And at bat for Humboldt Crabs, number 26, Tate Medikoff.
So here's Medikoff. Zarco deals. Got under it. Popped in the air on the left side. Foul territory. Third baseman and shortstop converging. And nobody's going to get it.
Boy, it looked like the third baseman was ready to make a play on that, but then he gave away to the shortstop, who just totally overran the
Well,
ball.
the ball just kept carrying.
He overran it. Maybe
did,
a gust pushed it behind him or something there at the last minute. Had a chance.
So it's a exciting strike.
Yankees are losing 1-0 top of the 4th. That's always good to see.
Here's Medikoff. Fastball on the outside corner for a called strike.
Padres up 1-0 on the Diamondbacks. Padres just fell apart. They started.
Where are they
red
now? I haven't
hot.
seen them. They were
good.
They were in it for a while.
They were
Are they out
doing
of it
really
now?
good.
Yeah.
Them in
They've
Seattle.
collapsed, huh?
Those are the 2 teams I've been watching, and they both started fast and
0-1
faded.
away.
Summer baseball.
1-1. I think it's 1-1. Did he call that a strike?
I think
1 and 2.
It says 1 and 2 out there. Yeah.
Called it a ball. That was a ball. 1-2 the count.
I need to see where it came in. He's way outside.
The 1-2 swung on and missed. 75-mile-an-hour pitch. None of the pitchers. That'll be it for Medikoff. None of the pitchers for the Express today have thrown a ball faster than about 75 miles an hour.
No, we've seen a lot of 50 mile an hour, a lot of 60 mile an hour, a couple in the mid to upper 80s. That's about it.
So here's McNeil, 1 for 4, and he pops one out of play. The 0-1. In the air right field, carrying, and out near the warning track, Clemens has it for out number 2. And on the play, Enyart goes to third. So runners on the corners now for the Crabs, and here's Nolan Hamilton.
Next up, number 2, Nolan Hamilton.
Benjamin's putting on a jacket here.
There's a pitch.
June.
I know. Well, it's Humboldt in June, so this is low, 1-0. I'm still putting the heater on at my house.
You really can't beat
It really
it.
grinds my gears, but
Weather app says 59 degrees with a slight breeze.
the 1-0 swung on and missed.
Full sun on the ballpark.
1-1. Yeah.
You just can't beat
Full
this North
sun at
Coast
59
living.
degrees,
That's
and with the
exactly
wind, it's
right.
about 45 degrees.
Yeah.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Hit foul, and that's going to go out of play.
We moved here from Kennewick, Washington. It's like 110 degrees there in the summer. And about 10 years ago when we moved here, someone said it's going to get hot today. We looked it up and it was like 78.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm from LA, and
Yeah.
I like it hot. 1-2.
We will fundamentally disagree about that forever. Montana boy says 80 degrees is too much.
Here's the pitch. Line in the left field,
That's a
and
hit.
that's going to drop
There
for
it
a base
is.
hit. That's going to give the Crabs an 11-8 lead.
There it
RBI
is.
single for Hamilton.
Benyart was able to move over on the
Benyart in
pop
the score.
fly from McNeil, and that placed that run there, making it, what is it now? Is it 11-8?
It's 11-8.
Number 28,
There it
Nico
goes.
Lombardi.
It's confused by the scoreboard, but it's up to speed now.
So here's Lombardi with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Lombardi is 1 for 4.
Just a little blooper there, but plates a
He
run.
takes a fastball high. It's high again. Two and 0. Fouled up against the screen.
75 way outside, takes it off the tip of the baseball bat there.
Two and 1. Grounded foul, wide of third. 2-2 now the count. As if the problem is that the plate's not clear.
I was stifling several comments, and
2-2 the count.
showed up with one to say, and that's good.
Misses high.
Yeah,
3-2.
I think brushing dust, it doesn't affect the massive state of.
No.
I'm pretty sure the answer to dark matter isn't dust.
3-2 the count. Line at the
Ooh,
third baseman.
what
A
a
nice
snag.
catch by Boyd over there at third on a ball going over the bag. Battle in inning, but the Crabs come up with 2 more runs. On 2 hits, no errors. There were 2 left, and at the end of 8, they lead at 11-8. Stay tuned. Last chance for the Express coming up. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. Well, welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 9th inning, top of the order for the Express. Crabs leading it 11-8, looking for their 11th straight win to start the 2025 season. Man, let's see. I think we have a new pitcher. Let's see. This is still Hippensteel.
Baylor started the game pitching for the Crabs, lasted 1 inning, then came Mounts, and then, was that Fregus? And then Hippensteel.
No, Hippensteel. All right.
Tough first inning, but the Crabs were able to rebound. Took them a couple innings to scrape their way back into it, but they've got a big lead now, 3 runs, 3 outs away from closing it up.
Duramelar to lead it off. He's 0 for 2.
The good news is this might be the last time you have to say that name until tomorrow.
That's right. Duramelar.
I wrote it down, and I've been dodging it every single time.
Duramelar. I wrote it out phonetically.
I did, yeah, me too, and that's not helping.
Here's the pitch, and just misses high. The breaking pitch.
I was all set for Coyote, but they're not playing Coyote tonight, so I got to learn this one instead.
1-0. Steele sets, and there's a strike in there at the knees. 1-1.
Wokum's watching from the Big Lagoon campsite. That sounds amazing. Crabs baseball on the radio, Big Lagoon camping? Absolutely.
Cool, yeah.
Absolutely.
1-1. Here's the pitch.
So many beautiful
Down low.
places here in Humboldt County to go camping, spend a little time on a boat, find some rocks, seashells.
2-1.
Tough to beat. Yeah, get a kayak out
Steele
to the
sets.
Big Lagoon there. It's
The
a good
2-1.
place to boat.
Swung on a miss. Blew a fastball right by him. 2-2. The 2-2. Check swing, and he bounces it out towards first base. Picked up by Hippensteel. He tosses the first one away.
Boy, might have had a shot at that if he'd have followed through. It was in the strike zone a little low, and it looked like it hit the pretty fat part of the bat. He just wasn't fully confident in
Next
it.
up, number 38, Diego Boardman.
Here's Diego Boardman. 1 for 3. And the pitch. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
89 inside dot in the strike zone. Great pitch there. Just want to go right at these guys.
Hippensteel was great for us last year. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt. One. Down low.
Benjamin has one of the greatest pencil sharpeners I've ever seen here in the booth.
Oh, yeah.
It's like metal. It's like a telescopic pencil sharpener.
2-1. Foul tip, 2-2.
You got to have the right equipment to do the job. I think that's important.
This baby is finely machined. It's a Blackwing.
A Blackwing.
Blackwing.
It's
They
like-
also make pencils.
Yeah.
And the pencils are awesome too.
Not a sponsor, but definitely a friend of the show
2-2.
now.
They kind of may call them up and see if they want to sponsor.
There
There's a
you go.
ground ball. And hit in the hole on the left side and through
tough
for a
play.
base hit. That
Tough
just
play.
died on the grass and skipped right past McNeil at short. So
You-
1 out hit.
You were showing me how you can hone it so that it sharpens it to different pointinesses.
No, not really. That's just a matter of pressure. That's just,
Oh.
you know, but
Well, it just shows how gullible I am.
but yeah, they could average a Blackwing,
Yeah,
the sharpener of Crabs baseball.
there it is. The official.
Pitch.
The
In there
official
for a strike. 0-1. The official
score pencil sharpener.
scoring sharpener, scorebook pencil sharpener.
Yeah, got Benjamin Schaefer's face there, holding up the pencil.
Yeah, it's true. I can hold up the pencil and the Blackwing. The 0-1, because I'll use their pencils too if they give them to me.
The professor
Fouled up against the screen, 0-2.
gives it an A. The banter changes when it's a 3-run lead, doesn't it?
Yeah, but now they got a runner on first with
Yeah,
1 out. Here's
yeah.
Summers
It's not over yet.
is had a couple hits tonight. Hits
Oh,
that
dear.
one into right field. Enyard's
got that.
coming in on it. He's got it for out number 2.
He waved for that one, looking like he had it, and then he had to make a little bit of a lunge
I think he
there
was
at the
trying
last
to
minute.
deke
Oh, I
the
see.
runner.
There you go. keep him where
I
he
think
was
he was
at.
trying to convince Boardman
Yeah.
that he wasn't going to catch it.
Oh, interesting.
Next up, number 37, Lucas Schaefer.
And here's Lucas Schaefer, who is surprisingly still in the game after striking out in the 7th, getting rather angry about it.
Pretty
He has
upset.
homered 4 trips today,
Yeah.
and he takes the slider away 1-0.
Grand slam in the first inning to the consternation of Crabs fans everywhere.
Last chance, and that pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1. Boardman over at first, 2 are out. Crabs leading 11-8 in the top of the 9th. One outside, you throw behind the runner, and it's offline. That'd be an ignominious way to end the game.
Yeah, Lombardi wanted it. He hasn't got anybody yet over there, but he's keeping them close.
2-1. Hippensteel deals high, 3-1.
What an exceptional baseball game for the Crabs. Just a great example of why you come out to the ballpark.
That's right. 3-1. It's fouled up against the screen, and now the Express down to their last strike.
Just a little bit of everything. A little over 700 people here at the ballpark, they said today. Pretty exciting.
3-2.
Looking for a win.
Runner takes his lead. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, and that's going to put runners on first and second and bring the tying run to the plate.
That was a ball. It was a tough take. Now it's getting a little hairy.
Here's Boyd.
Next up, number 21, Brady Floyd.
Brady Boyd is 1 for 4. He represents the tying run. 2 are out, though.
He struck out in the 3rd, struck out in the 6th.
And he takes a strike right down the middle.
Little hat trick here would make my day. The golden sombrero, they called it.
0-1. That's 4.
That's 4.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. And once again, the Express are down to their last strike.
That was way
Umpires
out there.
got somewhere to be this afternoon, apparently. 0-2. Slider away, 1-2. The 1-2. Hammered down the left field line into the
boy.
corner. 1 run is in.
This might
Summers coming around second. He'll stop at
up
third.
there.
And that's an RBI double for Boyd. And suddenly, it's 11-9 in favor of the Crabs. And the tying run is out at second.
Little meeting at the mound. Both runners in scoring position. 2 outs. Tight spot for Humboldt all of a sudden. Really just goes to show you can't put anything down until the game's over at
That's right.
this level.
So it'll be pinch hitter number 99.
Pitch hitting for
Jelani Mason will bat for Clemens.
Jelani Mason.
So he's got a chance to tie the game with a base hit. 2 are out, though.
Who is this, Mason?
Jelani Mason, left-handed hitter. Hippensteel sets and deals high. So Schaefer at third, Boyd at second.
Mason's got 24 at-bats, 3 home runs.
The 1-0. Swung and a miss, a big cut there.
That could be the only hits, 3 hits.
1-1.
24 at-bats, all
He
3
was
of them
trying
homers.
to he's trying to put that one out, give the Express the lead. The 1-1. Check swing, and it's a strike on the outside corner. And for the 3rd time in this inning, the Express are down to their last strike. 1-2. Hippensteel sets and comes home. Grounder out to second. Should end the game. He's got it. Throw to first. And that'll do it. The Crabs win it again. 11 in a row. They are 11-0 on the season for this game. 11 runs, 12 hits, 4 errors for the Crabs. 9 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Express. The win goes to Mounts, and the loss goes to Cordova. And a great ball game and a great start for the Crabs this season, Aaron.
We got some grateful-looking Crabs fans here at the ballpark, Benjamin. It started out looking pretty grim.
Looked grim.
But they did not give up.
No, they did
stole
not.
bases. They took advantages of errors. Ennert hit that great big long ball there in the 6th to give the Crabs a 3-run opportunity to come back, take the lead there. Just an outstanding game. Tomorrow is Father's Day. There are very few better ways to spend it than at the Arcata ballpark. Benjamin, I'm pretty sure you're going to be here.
I'm going to be here.
Be watching there in the stands, cheering on
Alrighty.
these Crabs. Hope to see more people out. Thanks so much. Go Crabs, go.
Go Crabs, go. Thanks for listening, folks. Crabs win it. 11-9. This is Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM.